Welcome to the panel, y'all. We have a lot to cover from an excited, star-studded NBA weekend. We had records that were broken. We had people put up monster games. We had game winners in the whole 9 yards. This is why you guys are here. Elite, intense NBA basketball. That's what brings us all together here for the panel. I'm up here with Mars Blackman. I'm up here with Chilltown Hoops. We got a couple other characters about to join the show, and we just gonna ultimately have a good week. What's up, fellas? How you feeling?
You know what it is, Ron. It's Monday. It's basketball season. Let's get it on. I'm charged today, even though we did lose to y'all yesterday. I was kind of whacked. That we lost to y'all yesterday, but that's all right.
Hey, Chill. How the 500 Club feel?
That's the first time y'all beat us in 3 years. But anyway, that's another subject for another day. Yeah, I'm charged about the day, yo. I am. I'm charged. All right, y'all.
But before we get into everything, is there anything in the weekend that stuck out to you guys specifically?
Julius Randle game winner. That was cool. Wow, that was very cool. Yeah. That game was pretty good. The Bucks getting cheated against the Hornets.
They got jerked, Mars. 100% they got jobbed. Yes, they did get jobbed.
Us beating the Bulls by 50 was nice. Dallas losing to the 15 seed with Luka and then beating the number 1 seed without him. That was cool. Yeah, there was some interesting games.
We got on Luka enough last Friday, so I'm not gonna say anything or say that means anything. But interesting.
They looked a lot different yesterday. Let me say that. I don't know what it is about Oklahoma City and PJ Washington. It kind of remind me of Kobe and San Antonio. Like whenever he saw them, it's just like a bull. His eyes just got red. Whenever PJ Washington see Oklahoma City, I don't know what it is about Oklahoma City, but he gets after them. 100%.
That's a good problem. That's what your man say, Chill. That's one of them good problems for Dallas.
Yes, sir. He gets after them. I think it's largely due to what they did to him last year. They basically told PJ Washington, "You're gonna have to beat us." Oh, you don't think I'm that nice? All right, let's get to the bottom of that. Okay, you don't think I'm that good? Okay, we can get to the bottom of that right now. So, and that's just basically carried over to now. Every time he see them, he's trying to kick their ass. 100% he is. So, I'm really feeling that. DeAaron Fox being on a heater.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Ox to get here. We're gonna get into that. Right. But before we get to DeAaron, obviously you guys see he's on the thumbnail. He's joined elite company with none other than Kobe Bryant. So we'll get to that. I got a super chat though from Jordan Majors that he sent before the show. Shout out to Jordan Majors being early and on time. He said, "I like the Knicks games this weekend, but I'm concerned. Bridges 39 minutes per game. Hart 38, OG 37, Brunson 36. The last 5 games, Bridges and Hart have averaged 43 minutes. How concerning is this going forward?"
Here's my question, and I always hear this from you guys when y'all talk about Tibbs. Okay, if you look at what's going on in New York currently, if you look at what's going on in New York currently with this crew, who is Tibbs playing outside of those dudes? Because it's not like the Knicks got a bomb squad, right? They're really top heavy. After like 6 or 7, it gets real tricky. It gets real tricky with the Knicks. If you look at their crew, right? You got Bridges, you got Brunson, you got OG Anunoby, who is injury prone. We already know that from OG. He's ridiculously injury prone, right? You got Cat on the crew. Who else did I miss? So Mitchell is out of the lineup. Right, so with one more time,
you didn't say Cat.
I didn't say Cat. Okay, so and Cat. So those are the 5 guys. So after those guys, it gets real tricky. The more I watch Jericho Sims, the more I'm thinking to myself, the NBA doesn't pay enough for me to be 6'10". It doesn't. There's no way the NBA a check could be big enough for me to be 6'10", because watching him, he clearly doesn't know how to play basketball at the pro level. But Tibbs has no choice, because who else does he have? He's got Cameron Payne. He's got this kid, Mars knows how to say his last name.
Daddier.
That's him. Daddier. Matt Ryan.
Daddier been all right too.
He's not terrible.
For a rookie that we didn't expect to contribute, he's been cool. Also, Tyler Kolek too.
Yep. Okay.
The Knicks did a pretty good job drafting this year.
So he's got Matt Ryan. Jacob Toppin, Ariel, Deuce, Miles McBride, and Kolick. Of those guys, who's playing not just significant minutes, but who's being productive? Cameron Payne at one point was one of the better backup lead guards in the game. I still think he's a good backup lead guard, but not great. Matt Ryan, I mean, what are we doing with Matt Ryan? Jacob Toppin, what exactly is his role on the crew? Right? Tyler Kolick, he's a rook.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So realistically, what we have here is you got like 7 guys. That's realistically what you have with the Knicks. You only got like 7 guys.
You talking about as of now or just moving forward?
Who else do they have? I mean,
well, they have faith in Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa to be healthy.
Mitchell Robinson and Mitchell Robinson, him coming back to the lineup, which when he gets back in the lineup, it ain't like he coming back and he's going to be averaging like 35 minutes. That's not going to happen. They're going to ease him back into the lineup. Precious Achiuwa is a rotation guy. Precious Achiuwa never played heavy minutes, but even still, even right now, moving forward, Mikal Bridges has always been an Iron Man. Always been an Iron Man. He's always and Cat. It wasn't until I think it was 2 years ago when Minnesota first got Rudy, when he messed up his calf. Up until then, Cat's always been a guy who played almost every night. That's who he's always been. Same thing with Josh Hart. Now, in terms of you being concerned about your Knicks roster, you only got like 7 guys, legit 7, 8 guys. So this is who you got moving forward. It's not like you got a bomb squad like Golden State. No, that's not what's going on. No, that's not going on. You got like 7 or 8 guys.
Yeah, well, he said that he was positive on the games this weekend. My only thing is, I played the Nets twice.
I feel like they played the Nets like 5 times already. I don't know what it is.
Respect the Nets.
You were gonna say
respect the Nets.
Go ahead. And what else you got to say about
that? But Ben ain't play well in these games. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't just gonna lie for the sake of lying. Ben ain't play well against the Knicks, so I can't pretend this. He was playing bad. I got my Shade and Sharp agenda ready for him to talk about Portland, but the Ben Simmons agenda just not here right now. So I can't say anything. He didn't play well.
You gotta switch it up, Mars? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, I just gotta be honest. I can't be like, oh, Ben was hooping when he wasn't hooping. I'm not gonna do that.
I ain't talking about switching it up. I'm not talking about switching it up. I'm talking about switching it up. Okay, you got to switch agendas. You got to move forward. You got to move on to something else.
Yeah, I can't speak positively about Ben Simmons when he's not playing in a way that can make me speak positively about him. I spoke positively about him last week because I genuinely think Ben Simmons has been good. But those last 2 games against the Knicks, he weren't good. So I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh well, he's still Ben Simmons. He played bad. So he got to hold that one until he can lock in and play good again. So that's tough. But Shade and Sharp, I see you. Not many people may be seeing you, but I see you. So I just want them to be aware of that I'm watching.
Yeah, and once again, shout out to Cam Thomas too. He gave the Knicks 43 Friday night. They really should have won the game. It ended up going into overtime. I don't understand how a dude has 43, starts the game off 7 for 7 from 3. He's clearly on the heater, and y'all don't go to him to shoot the game-winning shots. And I don't want to call
team basketball. Team basketball.
Yeah, at that point, because any other team, they're giving for the most part, they're giving the ball. The Knicks are giving the ball to Jalen Brunson. The Hornets are giving the ball to LaMelo Ball. The Celtics are giving the ball to Jason Tatum. All these other guys are getting the ball to fit. Whoever's hot, they're getting the ball to finish the game. Cam Thomas needs the ball, for better or for worse.
He's your best scorer, 100%. He's your best scorer. You can't use him as a decoy. Even if considering what had happened I think at that point of the game, Cam Thomas, he must not have been shooting that well. I'd be lying to you, Mars, if I said I actually saw the Knicks game. I didn't, but I can tell you that for them not to go to him, that suggests to me that he wasn't shooting it. But it still isn't an excuse, because as much as he shot us out of the game, he can shoot us back into the game too.
He started the game crazy. He had like 20 in the first. He had like 20 in the first quarter. It was ridiculous, and then it continued into the second quarter. So, shout out to the tank, man. That's what they doing, man. Shout out to the tank. Shout out to the tank. I don't know what to say. Shout out to the tank.
I don't even know if they're. Yeah, I don't like, even despite them being in that game with the Knicks, like, they're just not good enough. Even if they were trying to win, I just don't believe that the Nets are good enough.
They didn't have Nick Claxton. That's the problem. They didn't have Nick Claxton. When they have Nick Claxton, the defense is better. The defense is better. Everything just looks better. So, when Nick Claxton's back, then we can talk about the Nets again. So until then, they're not good.
All right. Well,
and
Morris, you
for the
wanted to
record,
talk about
Ron,
him.
for the record, Ron, Cam Thomas, he only took one shot in the fourth.
It's crazy. And OT, I think he shot a couple free throws in OT. And it's like, I like Dennis, but Dennis, you got to come off the rock in those situations.
Yeah. So the first game that they played. So now the one you talking about when he went for 43, he was getting busy in the fourth. Yeah, he got super busy in the fourth. Why they didn't go to him more? He was on
talking about overtime specifically.
He got busy the whole game, really. But the first half was just ridiculous. Like he was just making everything.
What do you have 16 in the fourth? I mean, in the overtime, something like that. Yeah, he got busy.
No doubt about that. He a solid little player, but
yes, he is.
Can we talk about the best shooting guard in the league?
Who is the best shooting guard in the league?
DSG Piccolo sent through a $20 super chat. He said, "Shaden FC, we up. Dyson got cooked. DB still a hooper? Dylan Brooks?
Yes,
I guess so.
Dylan Brooks Hooper still hooping. Scoot, I'll take the 10 assists, but lock the fuck in, nigga. Kumani FC, we up too. The operation didn't resume, but we will start back up Wednesday against OKC.
Is DB Hooper Delano Banton? I've never
gotta be Delano Banton.
That's cool.
I want to start the conversation with this. The Trailblazers are a lot better than what I thought. They're a lot more competitive early than I thought.
Man, Shaden Sharp and Donovan Clingan saving them, man. They not even
if that's true.
I promise they are not good.
I don't think they are neither. I don't think they are neither.
To get wins, I guess.
How many teams are getting saved by a player or two?
Right.
Exactly. No, but this is crazy.
You just said that
they are so bad.
Oh, they're awful, Miles. I won't argue that. But the fact I did not expect them to be this competitive. I mean, they got blown out by 40 a couple of days ago. By 40, like a week ago, they got blown out.
Beat the Timberwolves twice.
Right. And on top of that, that's when it turned around. They beat the Timberwolves, and then now Shaden Sharp gets back in the lineup, and then they start rolling. Clingan, one of the better rim protecting rookies in the game, which I really like that about him. I just didn't expect Portland to be this competitive. I did expect them to be a bad team, but I didn't think that they'd be this competitive. I wasn't sure if Chauncey Billups would last the whole season. But watching him and watching them, I mean, I like how competitive they are. That's it more than anything.
They started the game horribly. They were down like, I want to say 25-9 or something. And then Chauncey just started throwing people out there, just hoping something would stick. And eventually they found something. And then Shaden just did what Shaden does because, like I said, going to be one of the best shooting guards in the league.
What do you see in this kid, Mars? What
do you not see? Other than because your concern is going to be health. That's the concern.
Right.
But like, when Shaden Sharp healthy, he can score, he can play off the ball, on the ball, he can get to the rim, he plays in the mid-range. He's already got a solid little float you can get to. I mean, the athleticism speaks for itself, getting above the rim whenever he wants, running, leaking out in transition, getting easy ones. Shot poorly from the free throw line last night, but we're going to let that one slide. He can make the three. The three is probably the worst part of his game, if we're being honest, just because, I don't know, it's a bit inconsistent for my liking. But the overall scoring feel and touch is there. He's shown improvements as a playmaker, which is nice to see. So you can put the ball in his hands a little bit more. Like he's really, really good. He's a really gifted scorer. I liked him pre-draft. He didn't play any games in college, so I was going mainly based off high school and EYBL stuff. But I really liked him coming in. I thought Portland got him for a steal when they got him at 7. And now he's healthy. I mean,
what's the difference, Mars, between him and Anthony Simons, except he's bigger?
Well, much bigger, much more athletic, plays with much better poise, in my opinion. Better around.
One can actually play defense if they want to.
He is a more capable defender, but I don't think that's really saying much when it comes to either one of them. But definitely better than Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons is more of a combo guard, whereas I think Shaden is more of a pure 2 guard. But Anthony Simons isn't good enough to run your offense anyway. So it's like you put the ball in his hands and you just end up with stupidness. So I think Shaden, just his role is more defined. I think he's a more consistent scorer. I think the upside is higher. Like he's stronger. Everything is just.
Is this a kid we should be building the shooting around, Moss? Because I think that they got their point guard. Y'all dudes think I'm crazy when I say that. Yo, keep developing Scoot. I think you got your lead guard. I do.
Yeah, keep developing him, but
I really do. I think you got your lead guard. So if that's true, do we have our 2 guard in Shaden Sharp, and do we have our backcourt? And should we move forward with this right here?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't get off of Scoot. I think Shaden is for sure a building block. I think Donovan Clingan is a building block. Tamani Kamara is not a building block in the sense of the word, but he is going to be a great long-term fit. He's going to be a great piece. He's going to be a great piece.
Right quick, Mars, did y'all see what Tamani Kamara said to Ant? And this is when they beat remember when they beat the Wolves back-to-back?
Yes, it was like 3 days ago.
Yeah, over one of those games, he gave Ant a bucket, and he said something alluding to the lines of, he was like, "You know what time it is. You remember back in college."
Mm-hmm.
But
shout to
so I had to look into that. I'm like, hold on, did they play each other in college? And what I didn't realize is they played with each other. Tamani was just they were both freshmen. They both came in as freshmen. I think Tamani from like the Netherlands or something like that.
Belgium.
So yep. So they came in both incoming freshmen. So I guess Tamani knows about Ant.
You know what that means, Ron?
Or Ant knows about Tamani.
He probably was busting his ass in practice. That's probably what was going on. And don't act like you don't know me. We see a lot of times we see these dudes, Ron, and we forget that it's other people who know them.
Yeah.
We just see them as good as they are, and we see them kicking everybody else's ass. And there's somebody on the sideline like, don't forget that I know you. And you don't want nothing to do with me. You don't. So
I just want the record to show that DeAndre Ayton has missed their last 3 games and they've won 3 straight. But I just want the record to be aware of
common
that.
Denominator.
I'm just saying that must be coincidental. I don't know.
Mars, we already know how you feel that they already got their 5 man. It's the big fella clinging. We already know
lost
that.
by 40. He's out the lineup. They win 3 straight.
And on top of that, it's not a coincidence that Robert Williams is back in the lineup and how well he's been doing.
Robert Williams and Donovan Clingan have been great. But if I'm Portland, you got Shaden. We're not going to give up on Scoot yet. It's year 2. We got Scoot. You got Donovan Clingan. You got Tamani. That's your pillars right there. That's your pillars. And then everything else is like Denny Avdia. He's cool. We'll see what he does. This season, I don't think has been great. Robert Williams, you'll see what trade value he has because he's been fantastic. And then all the other young guys, I'm going to be honest, I'm not moved, if I'm being honest. And then get off Jeremy Grant expeditiously. Get off DeAndre Ayton as soon as possible. And then I'll get off Anthony Simons if you can. And then everyone else, that's who you stick with, in my opinion.
I do like what they got going on. And it's funny because I received a text message bright and early this morning. Very early. It said, P.S. Did I or did I not tell you about the Blazers and their talent? Came from Penn.
Oh, my God.
So apparently
they got like 4 good players. Well, no, they got more than 4 good players, but they got 4 building blocks. So.
They're only 2 games under 500. I did not expect them to beat
the Pelicans twice, and they beat the Pelicans twice and the Timberwolves twice.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is what you confusing, Ron. You confusing me by saying that they're a good team. I think Portland is super whack. I just didn't think that they would be this competitive. They got a big fella. They got a big fella that's protecting the rim like he's been in the league for 5 or 6 years. They got a big fella that's man in the paint like he's been in the league for 5 or 6 years. This kid, Shaden Sharp, Mars got me watching him now. And my issue with him was I think he might be made of glass. I keep forgetting that he was 19 and he's still growing. And he's still growing into his body. So maybe he might not be injury prone, but his game isn't in question. No, I see the talent. I see how good he can be. So I think you got your backcourt of the future. I'm not sure about Shaden Sharp in terms of health, but if he can stay healthy, I think you got your backcourt of the future. I just didn't expect them to be this competitive, Ron. They lost by 40 a week ago. I'm like, this is the Trailblazers.
Yeah, well, shout out to the Blazers. Shout out to Ox and Swiper. They just jumped in here. We got other things to get into. But before we do that, what up, PC Nation? How you guys living? Have you guys noticed how the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't shorter? Well, you could power through these busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and, well, everything in between. Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and, well, feeling your best. Whether you like routine or enjoy mixing things up, Factor has you covered with 35 different delicious meal options every week, every day, and over 60 additional convenience options that you can add to your box like keto cookies, fresh juices, and smoothies, and, whatever else. Don't let the shorter days slow you down. Stay energized, like the panel, with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor, well, it lets you do you. You can choose 6 different menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, and simply eat well balanced. Factor meals are chef prepared and dietitian approved. You are going to not only love how Factor meals taste, but they're also going to support your goals. And well, check this out. Factor, it's cheaper than takeout. And it's cheaper than dining out. So you could put your money towards, good old holiday shopping, reaching your financial goals, and Superchats. Find guilt-free comfort foods like home-style chicken and gravy and loaded mashed potatoes and pork chops. Feel good with vegan options like sweet potato and chickpea curry, and globally inspired flavors like Peruvian shrimp and red pepper grits. Interesting. There's no sacrificing quality for convenience with Factor. Weekly menus offer ways to treat yourself to restaurant-like meal experiences like gourmet plus dishes that feature truffle butter, filet mignon, and garlic herb roasted, mouth-watering, amazing, delicious meals. Stay on your A game with quality ingredients you could trust and quality you can't sacrifice in tasting with every Factor's fresh, never frozen meals. Use your time more efficiently so important things can take over. Let Factor take shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning up off your daily to-do list of things that, well, need to get done. Head over to factormeals.com/playerschoice50 and use the code playerschoice50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code playerschoice50 at factormeals.com/playerschoice50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month while subscription is active. I'll see you there.
Wait, what was the truffle butter with?
Go to factormeals.com/playerschoice50 and you'll get a chance to see exactly what it is.
Good one.
Do you steak and truffle butter?
Filet mignon, not steak.
By the way, get you some garlic butter, y'all. I don't know if y'all into that at all. Garlic butter is amazing.
Get it for what?
I mean, you can put it on your steak if you want. Just put like a nice little block on top of your steak. Also, when you make your steak, you want to make sure that you cook it at room temperature. That's something that people forget is when you make a steak, don't just stick it straight out of the refrigerator. Let it sit, let it get to room temperature. And then when you cook it, you let it cool all the way off before you open it up. Because what happens is all the pores in the steak will open back up.
You cool, but you're just letting it rest. You know what I'm saying? Let it finish cooking.
Yeah, just letting it rest. You know what I mean? Like cool off. You know what I mean? And then you get the everything in it.
Stop acting like you can cook, bro.
I mean, I can cook a little bit. My mother had a little restaurant business, so you know what I mean.
Oh, that's right. You was telling me about that when we went to breakfast that time. That's a fact.
Yeah, we went to breakfast, man. Yeah, Ron didn't want to come. Literally, Ron said he didn't want to come because he just was, I don't know, BSing doing something. I don't know what you were doing.
That was
I didn't want to go eat brunch with Sweetie, but Ox, I see that you guys had a good time. Once again, I seen y'all had y'all mimosas. Y'all was matching like y'all matching today. Look,
I don't drink. I've never drank in my life.
Remember on Friday? When y'all was both wearing red together? Now y'all, I see y'all got something going on, and I like it. I like it. But Ox,
move on. Big fella, what's up?
I'm chilling.
That's what's up. All right.
Swipe.
What's up, brother?
I thought you was calling me big fella. My fault.
I was not.
No, Swiper, you're 5'11", bro.
Oh, 5'11" now. All right, bet. Bet. My height got shorter.
All right, y'all. It's time to get into the main topic of the show. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all seen what happened this week. De'Aaron Fox has entered Elite Scoring Company over the weekend, breaking the franchise record in a losing matter, but he still broke the franchise record. He scored 60 points, and he broke DeMarcus Cousins and everybody else's over there's record. And then he followed that up the very next game and gave you 49. So he had two career highs in back-to-back games, scoring 109 points in 2 games. And the last person that has scored that much in a 2-game stretch over the last
Kirby
40
Bryant.
years,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bryant himself with 110 points.
Wilt did it in one night.
100%. 100% now. Mm-hmm.
But shout out to Darren Fox taking 2 nights to do what Walt did in one.
Andy didn't have to shoot 33s to do it.
Wait a minute. So he got 60 and 49. No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What's the playoff record then in the last 20 years? Is that 50 and 42? I think Jordan had. Yeah, Jordan. I think Jordan might have had one better than that though.
So back-to-back games or
back-to-back? Yeah, back-to-back.
Yeah,
2
Jordan
games.
did that. He went for 49 and then he went for 63.
That was the game 1 and 2.
No, it was actually game 2. Yes, it was game 1 and 2. I'm sorry. Yes. Mm-hmm.
He's such a tryhard.
And then game 3, he had 18 points.
I think it was 7.
Morris, he is such a tryhard, and I'm not going to sit here and let y'all keep making these backhand comments about De'Aaron Fox. I refuse to just sit here and keep going for this bullshit. Look, not only did he do that, but you know what else he did? He did that while playing defense, because that's what elite point guards do. That's what top tier leaders do. That's what the greats do. That's what they do. That's why
Ox, they don't do that. Ox, you can't ask me to score and then compete on the defensive end. Ox, you can't do that.
Chill. That's why De'Aaron Fox clears. I said earlier, all I need De'Aaron to do is just take over. Just show him who's who. And that's what he did. That's what he did. That's what he did.
So you telling me that I have to compete on the defensive side of the ball too? Is that what you're telling me? I ain't saying like lockdown defense, but I got to compete on the defensive side. I can't do that.
If you want to be the best, yeah.
Okay, all right.
If you want to be the best,
I think that's a fair trade-off.
That's what the best do.
I think that's a fair trade-off. I do.
That's what the best do.
I think that's a fair trade-off. The thing about De'Aaron Fox, though, is his strength is his athleticism, and his athleticism allows him to get downhill more than anything. And when he's getting downhill, that's when he's at his best. Because he's got a really good mid-range game. He finishes at the rim at the lead guard spot with some of the best of them, which I didn't really think that, De'Aaron Fox will throw it on you. I never even realized that, Ox. He will punch it on you.
You never realized that, Jill?
Yeah, he will throw it on you. I wasn't really.
You never realized that?
I wasn't paying much attention to it. Let me rephrase that. I wasn't really paying much attention.
He ain't watched the King.
Yeah, he will punch it on you. Yes, he will, 100%. So, him getting downhill, him finishing at the rim, and him competing on the defensive end. There was a play on the right wing, right? There was a play on the right wing where he had Sexton in front of him, and he could have just let Sexton ole him. Instead, he beat Sexton to the spot and made Sexton get off the ball. I'm watching and I'm going, that's the effort that I'm looking for. That's the effort right there that I'm looking for on a night-to-night basis. I ain't saying that you got to be Drew Holiday, but that's the effort that I'm looking for. Now, am I going to get 49? Or just so you know, he's having 55 a game over the last 2 games. Is that realistic? No. But that effort is. That effort is 100% realistic.
I mean, one of them was against Utah. You know what I mean? So we ain't really taking much.
What's that mean? What did Luka do?
I don't know, Ox. I don't know what that means.
What did Luka do against Utah?
I don't know exactly. You see what the Mavs? You see what the Mavs did without Luka?
What y'all quote unquote best point guard in the league do against Utah?
Oh wait, I mean, look, they beat the Thunder yesterday. That's what we trying to have a conversation
without Luka. What's that show? Maybe the Mavs are better off without Luka. Mars,
I'm saying, look, they look more connected.
Without who's
Portland without DeAndre.
Portland without DeAndre Ayton.
Without DeAndre Ayton, they're better. So if you do that with Mavs, maybe they need to trade that bum.
That's how I started the show, talking about how they lost to the 15 seed with him and then beat the 1 seed without him.
And that's why we ain't draft his ass.
If they want an NBA champion point guard, just know Fred VanVleet on the table available.
Hold on, Ox, what?
Huh?
You heard him, Ron. He was right.
No, I'm not gonna lie. If y'all had Luka and Sabonis, right? Yeah, y'all been.
If we had Luka, I would burn all my Sacramento Kings memorabilia.
No, you wouldn't.
That's what I would do.
I do want to throw in that De'Aaron Fox.
We got a real hooper. Swiper. We got a real hooper.
Facts.
Not only did De'Aaron Fox have 60 and 49.
We don't got a half-ass fake hooper. And MP13, yeah,
we don't play no defense.
I do want to get involved in the conversation today. That's all I'm talking about today is De'Aaron. Nothing but De'Aaron Fox. That's it. Because you know why MP13? Because I do what I want. And if you got a problem with that, call Shaq. MP13. Y'all talking about, you crying? Yeah, that's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not debating about nothing. I'm talking about De'Aaron Fox, and that's it.
Well, De'Aaron Fox, not only did he have 60 and 49, but he contributed in other ways too. He had, along with the 60, he had 7 assists, and along with the 49, he had 9 assists. And just to add some context to this whole thing too, they were missing the first game they were missing DeRozan and Malik Monk.
Yep.
And then the second game they were missing DeRozan, Malik Monk, and Sabonis.
And DeMontis.
I'm glad they need to get rid of DeRozan, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. No
You out on him already, Swiper?
I never wanted DeRozan with the Kings. Never. I want Fox, I want Monk, I want Sabonis, and I want Keegan. I want a bunch of dudes around them. DeRozan is not a dude.
Good thing we don't care what you want, Swiper. Shout out to Debo. Shout out to Debo.
They're going to be collectively worse. They're going to be collectively worse.
You want Russell Westbrook, but you don't want Debo.
No, I didn't say that. No. Within the role, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Swiper. To talk about,
I'm just saying I don't want De'Aaron Fox and Debo sharing the court and all that. If you give me Monk, DeAaron, and Sabonis, because he can't play nobody's defense. Not in this country. Not in this America.
You got guys to put. But here's the difference, though. You got guys like.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Keegan Murray is one of the better wing defenders in the game. 100%.
Okay, and then eventually somebody got to get switched. And I'm going to go after DeRozan.
That's why. And here's the difference.
And then you got Sabonis. I'm putting DeRozan and Sabonis in every action. What's up?
Okay, we got a glass cleaner in Sabonis, right? We got a glass cleaner to clean up. Yeah, we got a glass cleaner to clean up.
I'm saying I'm playing up. Come to me.
And you keep talking about switching. We don't have to switch. There's a thing called getting around screens. We don't have to switch screens.
When you see me in the club, you better switch. I'm
we do not have to switch screens. That's number one. Number
two,
AD,
dump off.
I'm asking you what I'm asking you is why are you out on him? Because
I never wanted him in Sacramento. I think Sacramento is a good team.
Sabonis a better defender than Jokic.
This is a lie. Again, we're doing this again. This is what I'm talking about. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what setting we see Joker can play good defense in. It's never going to matter, which is cool. I'm over it. I'm over it at this point. But look, if you want to do a slander report, I would love to start this off. I think Jamal Murray deserves all the slander in the world. I think if we're going to slander, we can go ahead and just point it all at Jamal Murray.
He moves his feet better than Jokic.
We can go all the way at Jamal Murray.
Can we stay on DeMar DeRozan?
No.
That's what I want to do. Can we please stay on DeMar DeRozan?
No, because there's a $52 million a year player getting 13 and 16 on 5 and 16 and 6 and 16 versus 2 hurt teams and not showing up with 6 turnovers in the game. No.
Okay.
He ain't even out playing D'Angelo Russell. No.
All right. So he is who? What is Murray this year? I think he 18 and
No, he's 17 on 31%.
That's what he
31% from 3. Now I'm not doing Mark. Mark's going to troll. I'm going to tell you information, and I'm going to tell you objectively. He's averaging 17.9 ox, 31% from the field, or 31% from 3, and he's shooting 38% from the field.
Yep.
And and again, his playmaking's been a whatever, but he's not doing his job at all.
Yep.
Sounds awfully bummish to me.
It's not bummish. No.
But I say it and it's troll.
No, it's not bummish. Because y'all dudes go.
And Michael Porter Jr. been really good this year.
They're all doing their job. Stuff instead of accepting guys for who they are. We had this conversation a month ago, 2 months ago, when y'all dudes roast me when I said in year 5, this is probably who this dude is. So in year 5, who is Jamal Murray? Jamal Murray's about a 20.
He's worse.
He's an NBA champion. That's who he is. He's an NBA
Jamal Murray in year 5 is a 21, 5 and 4 guy. That's who he is. Now Jamal Murray is 18, 5 and 4. So who is Jamal Murray? Jamal Murray is probably an 18
Penny Hardaway.
20. No, chill out, Ron. Jamal Murray is probably an 18 to 21, 5 and 5 guy. That's why they built the offense around, because he doesn't pass like that. That's why they built the offense around their big guy.
This is objectively his worst. This is objectively his worst start, period.
That's why they built the offense around their big guy, who is the better playmaker, who is the better distributor, who is the better scorer. That's why they built their offense around him. That's why they did that. Jamal Murray, he told us who he was years ago.
No, chill. You're doing this thing. You're doing this thing where this is 2020 hindsight. This is the worst version of Jamal Murray we've seen since the 18-19 season, period. There is no version worse than this. He had a career regular season last year. So everything you're saying is objectively not true. He was an objectively different and better player last year than he is right now.
In terms of his production.
Efficiency, production across the board.
Right.
Across the board. He is a elite 3-point shooter over the course of his career, chill.
Sure.
He's shooting 31% from 3. Chill. He said he's shooting 41% from 3 the last 3 years on volume.
Okay.
He's shooting 31% from 3.
On volume. So that's year 5.
He shot 48% from the field last year. He's shooting 38 now. This is a drop off across the board. across the board.
Which is and if you think about what he was doing in year 5 and what he's doing right now, okay, it's a bit of a drop off, but this is probably who he is.
10%. No, chill. This is why sometimes when you talk, you're like, I'm saying this is the baseline. Even if you think he's a 21-5-5 guy, he has been on really good efficiency for a guard. Not in terms
the
of
efficiency is down, Swiper. That's it.
10%.
Pretty big deal. I mean,
yeah, 10%. Chill. What are you talking about? Do you realize if he shot 10% and better, he'd be averaging 22, 23 points per game on the volume he's shooting at? This is what I'm saying. Everything across the board is different.
Or maybe he would just be getting better. Or maybe he would just be getting better shots and still be averaging.
He's a tough shot maker over the course of his career.
He's always been a tough shot maker. That's not.
And
that's
he's
never
not
been
hitting shots.
Right.
Period. Open or covered.
So now we're in a position where he's just not hitting shots. Maybe that's the problem. He's still getting the same shots he was getting 2 years ago.
No, chill. But this is what I'm trying to understand. Jamal Murray is objectively playing worse than he has, and you're saying this has always been who he is. He's never not been an elite shooter since basically his second year in the league. He's never not been an elite shooter.
So his shooting is down. Okay, his shooting is down.
When your main function is scoring, and you're not scoring the ball better than D'Angelo Russell, you are having an objectively horrific year. Objectively. There's no moving around on that. You're having a worse year than Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. And you have been objectively a better player than both of those players. That's what I'm trying to understand. A 10% drop off, you're bumming. Like this is horrible. It's affecting the team across the board. The team is worse off because you're playing like this
right now in the West. I think
they could be better off if they started another point guard over there who's been playing better than him when he starts.
No, he hasn't.
When he starts,
he also hasn't been shooting. This is what I'm saying. Like we're doing
when he starts, not off the bench.
No.
So wait a minute, Swiper.
Russell Westbrook as a starter for the Nuggets has been better than Jamal Murray.
Sample size. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and you want to talk about a sample size again? We're 13 games into the season. You told me he was objectively.
He's been bad since
April. Small sample size.
No, it's not. Chill. I'm carrying this over since April of last year. He has been a worse, and again, some of this is injuries. Since he got hurt and the 5 games back in the regular season when he was fine, from the Lakers series to now, he's been in a negative efficient score, period, across the board. And it's not even in the thing with Jamal. Jamal lives in this place in his head where he's like, as long as I dominate in the playoffs, it really doesn't matter how I play in the regular season.
No, that doesn't work.
Jamal's playing like a bum, and that's why he's not on the thumbnail, Swiper. And that's why he's not on the thumbnail.
Who is on the thumbnail?
What's De'Aaron Fox true shooting look like these past 4 games?
4 games or just the whole season?
Past 4 games true shooting. I'll look copy.
However you want to do it.
I mean, Darren's been better. I mean, I don't.
He's not just now better, Swiper. He's been better.
On the season, he's at 61%.
I mean,
the problem is that you have to do things like this for all the casuals around the world to even notice you, and it's embarrassing and it's sad. And I'm not true. I'm just saying, like,
last 4 games, 67.8% true shooting. There you go, 67.
What kind of percent true shooting, Mars? One more time.
67.
Yeah, he's been scoring crazy
over the last 4 games. 67.8%. It's pretty.
So 109 points. Well,
is that pretty good?
Yeah, that's very good. Well, averaging 40 over those 4.
He's averaging 29, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds this year, and he's shooting 51% from the field. Like, that's amazing.
And he didn't have to shoot. He didn't have to shoot 100 threes to do it.
See, remember that was my thing, Ox. I was like, yo, De'Aaron, your 3-point shot's not really falling. You said you got a wrist problem. You are, other than Ja Morant, you are the most athletic point guard in the NBA. And I think De'Aaron's faster than Ja.
He is.
So nobody can stay
in front of him.
Like, I don't know. I was watching both of those games. And De'Aaron literally gets in the paint at will. Literally, all he got to do is put his head down and go. And get to that floater.
Murray not playing the way he's. Why is Jamal Murray?
Because he's a bum.
Right now.
That's why.
There's no injury.
Like when I think about being a bum, right? When I think about being a bum, I think about Killian Hayes, Mars. So are we talking about Jamal Murray like we talk about Killian Hayes?
No, man.
I mean, you give Killian Hayes the number 2 option on the Nuggets. He probably puts up just as much inefficient numbers.
Oh goodness. Well, again,
maybe Jokic
relative to what he's
doesn't have the
supposed to
ability to carry him anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Are you saying that Jamal Murray is a Joker merchant? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Mons?
Could be.
It's just, but
I'm not gonna say that because when it was implied 2 years ago, he was hating. So I'm just gonna say I think.
But even with Joker, he's not been good this year. This is the issue. It's like his numbers He's had 2, I think, efficient games over the course of the whole year. He had a 28-pointer versus the Heat he was going off for, and he had a 24-point game versus the Nets that was relatively efficient. Outside of that, though, Jamal has functionally. This is what I'm saying. Here's the most disappointing part. And this is me. This is just how I think. If you're telling me I'm playing next to a 4-time MVP, if Ox was a 4-time MVP, if Ox won 4 Emmys for Player's Choice.
Yeah, Mars, he should have won it in 20. He should have won it.
But he didn't. He's not.
No, I'm talking about this year too.
MVPs?
I'm talking about this year too.
Oh,
I'm saying that, like,
yeah.
okay, if I'm
let's
playing next
give
to
him
a
5
player,
next year as well.
Sure,
5
whatever.
times.
Let's get back to my 4 Emmys though.
If Ox had 4 Emmys, and Ron, this is why Ron is an L host. If Ox had 4 Emmys, and he's been the greatest talent on YouTube television, and he's getting best lead personality every year, and you're telling me that I'm not even like nominated for Emmys after being in his shine for the last 4 years, that means something's wrong with me. I'm not getting better. And I'm saying for Jamal, you've been playing next to the generational hub. Like, he's the best player of his generation, and you ain't even sniffing like all NBAs. Now, again, I do want to blame
better, Spoppy. You hold me back.
I do blame the injuries. I do blame the injuries for the 2021 run. And I think 23, he was really good. I think he should have got it. He should have got that the All-Star that year over Mike Conley. Mike Conley got a BET Lifetime Achievement Award nominee that year for 70 points a game versus with the Utah Jazz. Didn't make any sense. But I'm saying, y'all, like, if we're just going based on like who you're with, if Donovan Mitchell had this, if Devin Booker had this, if De'Aaron Fox had this, think about what De'Aaron Fox do next to Joker. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You don't need Joker.
Just imagine. Sure, whatever. So a much worse player. Think about Jimmy Butler. Think about Jalen Brunson. Think about any of these players. It wouldn't even be a conversation. They'd be all NBA. They'd be fighting for first team. But here comes Jamal. It's just like, going to MMA fights, watching MMA fights on the phone during interviews.
The same Jamal Murray that we saw 2 years ago.
Can't live his life.
No, bro, it's just a lot. It's a lot.
Chill,
he's worse. Chill, he's just a worse player, though. I'm good with that.
Even if his efficiency is down this year, this is the same Jamal Murray who we just saw 2 years ago, who we were talking about in the playoffs, who got busy. He didn't get busy in the playoffs in one series.
Guess what happened, Chill, when he did that? Guess what happened when he did that? They won the championship.
They won the
NBA championship. 4 of the 5 years that Joker been in his prime, Jamal Murray has been hurt for 3 of them, and including last year, and it's negatively affected the team. The 1 year he was healthy, and the 1 year he was himself, they dominated everybody. So this is the issue. I couldn't even, because it's not even injury. Like, I'm asking.
I don't think that's who he is. I don't
know. But Chill, I'm asking you. No, Chill. This is the problem.
Well, yeah, Chill. He's not 2023 playoffs, Murray. That's
this is the issue with what you're doing, though, Chill. He is not even playing at regular season Jamal Murray level.
That part I get. Right?
Just do that.
Over these 13 games, we just started the season. Over these 13 games, the efficiency is down. Sure. Now, can we talk about Jamal Murray a little bit later on in the season? Is this going to continue? I hope not.
They're 7-5. They're 7-5, and he directly is the reason why they've lost the last 2 games. More than there's collective reasons why, but he shot. What is that? 11 of 31, I think, in the last 2 games without Joker. It's just, you can't do it.
That's basically what LaMelo shot last night, and he gets praised.
He was 11 for 29. Is actually that's what LaMelo ball was.
I saw LaMelo take down Giannis.
Jamal Murray playing off Joker. That pick and pop, that pick and dive, him being in the mid range. He's still getting those same shots. Has his mobility changed? I don't see it. I mean, it's in terms of him being less athletic. Did he lose a step? Is he out of shape? What's the problem with Jamal Murray? Why isn't this thing working? What's the problem? His ball handler hasn't changed. When I'm watching him play over Joker, he's still getting the same screens that he was getting from Joker. He's still getting the same looks because guys are playing drop coverage on him. He still gets to the rim, and I've seen Jamal Murray throw it over the top of a guy once or twice. I haven't seen it in a long time, if I'm being honest. I haven't seen it quite.
I haven't seen it in the playoffs.
Oh, everyone dunks on that fake rim protection.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm trying to make sense of where we are with Jamal Murray right now. A guy who is 18, 5-5, 18, 5-4 on relatively worse efficiency,
negative efficiency,
right? So if he can just pick his efficiency up, that 18 to 21, it's not like that's going to go to like 24, 25. That's not who Jamal Murray is. I don't think so. That's why you're running your offense through your big man. That's why you run your offense through your big man, because he's never been a great distributor. He's never been a great passer. He's always been a tough shot maker. I won't argue that. But in terms of him being a consistent bucket getter, like 24, 25, 26,
well, where are you getting this from?
I don't think Swiper's asking him to average 26. He's asking him
I don't even understand who's saying that. He doesn't even need to do that.
What I'm asking is, if the efficiency goes up, right? Let's say the efficiency goes up, because it's at minus 10 points right now from what we talked about before. If the efficiency goes up and he's still at 21,
then Swiper will be happy. That's what he's saying.
Are you comfortable with that?
Swiper wants Jamal Murray to be Jamal Murray. He doesn't want him to be Steph Curry. He wants him to be what Jamal Murray has always been in the regular season. He's not doing that right now.
That's not what it sounds like. That's not what it sounds like. It sounds like to me as if the efficiency
goes up. I don't know to tell you. I translated. That's what he wants.
That's not what it sounded like to me. I'm sorry. Because what it sounded like is if the efficiency went up, all the production is going to go up through the roof now. When in reality,
well, yeah, if you're more efficient,
it goes up from where it is now. It goes up from where it is now. He's not saying it goes up to where DeAaron Fox is. It just goes up to where it should be. Right now, he's not where he should be. That's what
he'll never be De'Aaron Fox, Marsh.
Yeah,
I agree. He's not De'Aaron Fox. Also, very bad timing for De'Aaron Fox to be doing what he's doing. So,
it's a great 2-game run.
De'Aaron should have been getting praised. Like De'Aaron is literally, other than Trae Young, he's the most slept on player in the league for what he does. For what he does, De'Aaron Fox gets no praise for what he does and how good he really is.
That's not true, bro. That's
not true. Chill. When's the last time you talked about De'Aaron Fox?
When's the last time you talked about De'Aaron Fox? You host the show. When's the last time you led with De'Aaron Fox?
First and foremost,
we was talking about De'Aaron Fox, and you wanted to talk about Jamal Murray. Now we're talking about Jamal Murray's woes.
He's playing great.
We was trying to praise De'Aaron Fox, and now we got to sit here and give you a pity party.
De'Aaron Fox got 25 minutes. That's a lot of time. That's a good time. Good time.
Didn't get 25 minutes. He probably got
top 5 point guard in the league. I'm on record.
The show started with us talking about Portland's and them, so then we had to do the ad of 20 minutes. Which means at best he got 25 minutes, but he didn't. He just spent the last 8 minutes.
Chill did get a lot of disrespect for praising De'Aaron Fox's defense, which I don't understand why. Because nobody.
No, he got pushback for saying he's a borderline league defender.
He played. He's a top 5 point guard defender. And I've been saying that for 3 seasons already.
And you can think that, and he's still not close to being an all defensive player. That's why he got pushback.
I don't think that. I know that De'Aaron Fox has been a top 5 point guard defender, and he's been that for the last 3 seasons. And it's not.
Even if that were true, he can still not be close to being an all league defender. That was why
that's cool.
Not because
I feel like Chill shouldn't have got the pushback he got for praising De'Aaron Fox's defense.
But he said no. That's not.
Sometimes, but some
say it was just good defense, though.
I said that he was playing at an all league. I said that he was playing at an all league.
We listed the guards that are.
I can praise Luke Kennard's shooting, but if I say he might be the best shooter ever, like I'm gonna get pushback. I think we can praise De'Aaron Fox's defense. We can praise De'Aaron Fox's defense, but then when you say he's playing like an all league defender, he could have made an all defensive team. That's why he got pushback. No one here but let me check. Ron, do you think De'Aaron Fox is not a great defender or not a good defender?
I think he's a great defender.
Swiper, do you think De'Aaron Fox is not a good defender?
Very good defender.
Okay, we all think he's a good or very good defender. We all think that. But when the pushback comes, it's because someone said playing like he could make the all defensive team. That's where he was playing.
I said he was playing at an all league defensive level.
And then we named
that's where the disagreement came. Yeah. So no one is saying De'Aaron Fox is not a good defender.
Here's the thing, though. Saying he's playing at that level and saying that he's gonna be an all league defender, like you guys take things and run with it. Chat, y'all do this with everything. Like if I say somebody's playing at an all-star level, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be an all-star because you got guys that are just grandfathered into the all-star game. You got guys that are grandfathered into the all-defensive team.
Who's grandfathered in?
What do you mean? Who's grandfathered? LeBron's guaranteed to make it. KD's guaranteed to make it. Steph's guaranteed to make it. You got all these guys. Hey, Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic can literally play at a mid-level for the rest of the year. You just said it with Mike Conley. You said he got the BET Award, Lifetime Achievement.
That's his only All-Star game. They gave him a Lifetime Achievement.
I'm saying though, Jamal Murray played at an All-Star level that year?
Which year? Yes, that year. That one year.
Okay, that's all that. So you're saying that didn't give me pushback?
I can understand someone saying this level, All-Star level, All NBA level, All Defensive level. I don't agree with it for De'Aaron Fox. I think there was more players playing at a better level than De'Aaron.
A bunch of people can play at an all defensive level, but it's only a certain amount of people that can get it.
Ron, this ain't gonna go the way you want it to go because this is not the screaming match you had.
He already cooked. He already
y'all got cooked.
Mars, like you just said, if you got 20 players, keep going, Mars.
If there's 20 players theoretically playing better defense than you,
okay,
even though you're a really good defender, I'm sorry, you're not playing at an all defensive level when there's got enough to make 4 all defensive teams above you. That's not an all defensive level. You can still be a really good defender, but all defense and all-star teams are a real thing. There are 24 all-star spots. There are 10 all defensive spots. There are 15 all NBA spots. In order to be playing at that level, you have to be in and around the vicinity of making those spots. So to be an all defensive level player, you have to be in and around the 10. You have to be arguable above.
And we named 10 defenders, and they were all clearly better.
Yeah, and that's that's why he got the pushback, and that's why I named all the names who I would say definitively are better than De'Aaron Fox. Same thing with an all NBA level. In order to be at an all NBA level, you have to be in and around the top 15. You have to be arguable above some of those guys in the top 15. That's how you get to that level. It's not just, he's really good all NBA level. No, it's not an arbitrary thing. It's a real thing.
And we think he is, Mars.
And that's why there was pushback. You're fine. Right. I'm not saying you can't believe what you believe. Believe in what you want to believe in. Right. But the reason they got pushback is because of the disagreement of the case.
Right. And I'm saying
no one said he wasn't a good defender.
And I'm saying there shouldn't have been no pushback. That's what I'm saying.
What you saying, Mars?
I just want De'Aaron Fox to get his respect as a defender.
He'll never get him more. Right?
Well, I just really want you guys. When you talk
everyone up there said he's a good defender.
When you talk about elite point guards, I want you guys to start thinking of the two-way point guards. We do this with everybody else, and De'Aaron Fox does not get enough praise because of those elite point guards. De'Aaron Fox is better than Shea on defense. All right. So the same way you praise Shea on defense, praise De'Aaron on defense.
I mean, I've already said of all the guys who are in and around the top 10 defensive, of all the guys who are in and around the top 10 point guards in the NBA, De'Aaron Fox is at worst the second best defensively. At worst. If you're extremely at worst, everyone would agree. He's better than Luka.
Let me ask you, before you go any further, Mars, stay right there, Mars. Stay right there, Mars. Before you go any further, if we had the all-league defensive team like it was before, and it was by position, is De'Aaron Fox an all-league defender?
No.
By position. So is it point guards and
we going back to
it. Mars. It's never just been point guards.
Let him ask you the question.
It's two guards,
But before you answer this, Mars, and chill, you know the old structure: 2 guards, 2 forwards, a center. When we were saying this, because I forgot that it got changed. Sometimes I'll be stuck in the old ways. I was thinking that way. So when we said De'Aaron Fox is an all-league defender, I'm not talking about defender amongst the Herb Joneses, and obviously you're gonna have 4 bigs on there. I'm just strictly talking about guards. If we're talking about guards playing at an all defensive level, De'Aaron Fox needs to be put in that category.
But he is not going to be though. That's four guards.
Okay,
turn your camera off and cry about
Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jalen Suggs, Alex Caruso. I named 4. He still wouldn't make it. So let
me ask you this question, Mars. So with Jalen Suggs, okay, because Jalen Suggs is an all-league defender. And I won't argue that Jalen Suggs is an all-league defender. I won't argue that he's an all-league defender. Does he clear De'Aaron Fox as a defender?
Yes.
It's not even close.
Yes.
I don't know how it would be close.
The reason why I'm asking you this, Mars, because I see De'Aaron Fox as an on-ball defender. I see De'Aaron Fox beating guys to spots. I see De'Aaron Fox closing out. Then I watch Jalen Suggs because I've watched Jalen Suggs. I watch how aggressive Jalen Suggs is on defense. I watch Jalen Suggs rebound the basketball. I watch Jalen Suggs recover on defense. I don't think that he clears De'Aaron Fox as a defender. I would give you the edge if you want me to give you the edge with Jalen Suggs, because I think he is a little bit more of a consistent defender.
Why would Jalen Suggs be the one you would point at when he might be the best? Why would he be the one you would point at even amongst the 4 when he might be the absolute pinnacle of all 4 of them?
Well, he has the lowest reputation among them. Drew's Drew. Derek White's done it on a championship team, and Alex Caruso has been getting the praise for 3 years. Jalen Suggs is the one who kind of burst onto the scene, so he's the easiest one to tear down because he hasn't done it for as long as the other.
Not necessarily tear him down.
Based on performance last season, I could argue he was the best defender of these 4, based on performance. But because he hasn't done it for as long, and because less people are watching Orlando, it's like, oh, Jalen Suggs is the one to pick on. Because if you try to say, oh, Drew Holiday versus De'Aaron Fox, you get looked at like you're crazy.
Well,
even though based on regular season performance last year, Jalen Suggs was clearly the better defender than Drew Holiday in the regular season last year. But you wouldn't make the argument because you know how Drew Holiday would get the pushback. So it was just smart on Chill's part to pick Jalen Suggs because he's the easiest one to pick apart than the other guys, even though he was better performing wise than.
But if we got other guys, okay, let's say we got other guys in the league that's also playing at that level. Like Kawhi Leonard just missed the All-League defensive team. He did. Okay. Kawhi Leonard just missed the All-League defensive team. Did Kawhi Leonard clear De'Aaron Fox last year as a defender?
So we're going away from the guards thing now. We're just going back.
Well, because again, I'm not even talking about guards. Like did Lou Dort clear De'Aaron Fox last year as a defender? Clear him.
I'm not as high on Lou Dort as most people.
I'm not neither. But I do think that Lou Dort is a damn good defender. I think he was a better. I think he was a better defender.
Yeah, I like him. I'm just not as high as
the point that I'm making. Okay, Marsh, you're not as high on Lou Dort as a defender, right? With you not being high on Lou Dort as a defender, that means that maybe, and I'm just saying maybe. I ain't saying that De'Aaron Fox is better than him. Maybe he's closer to him, which suggests that De'Aaron Fox is playing at that level.
But now this is what's confusing me. So Ron said that he forgot it wasn't positional anymore, which I guess is fine. So then the argument would be from is De'Aaron Fox all defensive level in the way it is now, which is top 10 defender, to is he a top 4? So to is he as a top 4 guard defender, which I then once again laid out Alex Caruso, Jalen Suggs, Derek White, and Drew Holiday will make it. But then now we're going back to the forwards and Lou Dort and Kawhi to say that he's on their level. I don't understand because then the reason the argument I laid out last time was guys like Chet, guys like Jarrett Allen, guys like Giannis, guys like Jaylen Brown, those guys who I think are just better than him, but they aren't guards. So if you want to say he's close to being a top 4 guard defender, maybe, sure, but that wasn't the conversation we had at the time. So now the conversation is changing from what it was a month ago.
No, it's not, Mars. Here's why it's not changing. And here's why it's not changing, Mars, because Lou Dort is closer to making the All-League defensive team than De'Aaron Fox is. So if Lou Dort is closer to making the All-League defensive team, who you're not that high on, yet him and De'Aaron Fox aren't that far away, which I don't think that they're that far away from each other. I don't think Lou Dort clears.
But based on what, though? Because you just said Jalen Suggs and De'Aaron Fox aren't that far away from each other.
I don't think they are neither.
Then how are you weighing that?
He thinks Anthony Edwards is a better defender than Jalen Suggs, so he's just not.
Okay, all right.
He does. I asked him. I remember the segment. I asked him. He thinks.
As I was saying. So Lou Dort is closer. This is the point that I'm getting to, Marks. Okay. Lou Dort is closer to making an All-League defensive team than De'Aaron Fox. You're not that high on Lou Dort. You're not that high on Lou Dort. I'm high on De'Aaron Fox as a defender. So if he's closer to Lou Dort and Lou Dort is closer to making an All-League defensive team, that would suggest to me that De'Aaron Fox is closer to playing at an All-League defensive level than you're giving him credit for.
Okay, wait. So are we gonna if I say some names, are we gonna say they don't carry the same offensive load, so therefore they're not going to be in a conversation for POA defenders? Chill, will that be your pushback?
No, I can't.
Okay. So if we're doing that, so then just to name some names, just naming names. So are we doing just guards or guards in threes?
Yeah, are we doing guards or are we doing the old defensive teams or are we doing the current?
Let's just do guards.
Guards, strictly guards. Okay.
So Alex Caruso.
Okay.
Do you agree with that? I'm hearing some stuff.
I think Alex Caruso is arguably the best on-ball defender in the game. I can't.
Derek White.
Yes.
Drew Holiday.
Yes.
Casey Wallace.
No.
Okay. So I'm just going through the Thunder. Lou Dort.
Oh damn. Okay.
Lou Dort. I think those two guys are close. Both De'Aaron
Aaron
Fox
Wiggins.
and Lou Dort. No, I don't think Aaron Wiggins is a better defender than De'Aaron Fox. No,
SGA.
I think that's closer than people. I think that's closer than people think, and I think I give De'Aaron Fox the edge on that.
Okay. Chris Dunn.
I think De'Aaron Fox is a better defender than Chris Dunn.
Okay. Now we're moving on a little bit. Keon Ellis.
Keon Ellis is a damn good on-ball defender. He is.
Yeah, Keon Ellis is a better defender than De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
mind you, when I was talking about this, I'm not trying to derail. Y'all got this. I just want to say that I was talking about all the elite point guards.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I know where Ox is going with this. I know where Swiper is going with this. I know where Swiper is going with this.
I can get with top two for point guards.
Top two undoubtedly.
Yeah, I can get with that. I have no issue. I'm trying to understand Shill's brain with this. So then now I want to add just one Houston Rocket. Amen Thompson.
Amen Thompson? No, I'll give the edge to Amen Thompson. Sure.
Okay. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
This season? I mean, last season, I think KCP was playing at an all-league defensive level. He might have been better than De'Aaron Fox. Maybe. I don't think it was that far off. Damn.
Okay. Dante DiVincenzo.
I think Fox is better than him.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
I think Fox is better than him too. Yes.
Gary Payton II.
He plays a little bit of minutes, man. He plays like 10 to 15 minutes.
I said I put that qualifier out there before. You said it doesn't matter.
Sure.
So Gary Payton II.
I think Fox is better than him as a defender.
Okay. Brandon Podziemski.
Fox is better than him. Yes.
Okay. So how many names do we have so far? I think that's
6 or 7, I think.
No, it's more than that. It's been more than that. I think we're probably on I think that's 10. Lonzo Ball, he's playing now.
Fox is better than him.
That's nice.
Okay.
Did you say
so? Then, so I'm not even gonna say Herb Jones. I'm not gonna say Herb Jones because whatever. Andrew Wiggins.
Wiggs is better than him.
Yeah,
but
I just want to say this De'Aaron be cooking him, but
he do. But this is what I'm trying to understand though. If you're saying these names and two of them especially that are better, Jalen Suggs is far better POA defender than Andrew Wiggins is. Like far better. He's way more aggressive at point of attack. He's way quicker with his hand. He's a better screen navigator. Like KCP's not even the best POA defender on his team. And you said KCP's a better defender.
Are we doing this shit again?
Sounds like Jalen Suggs being underrated. That's what it sounds like to me. Man.
I think we back to that. Mars is better than Ox, but I'm better than Ox, so I'm not better than. But this sounds like this will be going back into this circle again. And
wait a minute, what?
I think Swap is just saying Jalen Suggs better than all of them, but you was questioning Jalen Suggs versus De'Aaron Fox, but you're not questioning those guys over De'Aaron.
I just don't think. I don't think. I just don't think that Jalen Suggs as a defender, as good as Jalen Suggs is, and I'm not arguing that Jalen Suggs isn't a great defender on the perimeter. Point of attack defender, particularly, especially picking up in full court. I'm not arguing that he's not a great defender. What I am arguing is that he is clearly, and that's not because when I think about clear, I think that it's not a conversation between him and De'Aaron Fox.
But you think
another thing about De'Aaron too, Chill, is that De'Aaron's hard to pick on when he gets mismatched. De'Aaron Fox is very strong. He is You're not just throwing after He's not little. I'm talking about when he gets switched. When you get like a power forward on him, and De'Aaron's guarding him in the mid post, whatever. He's very hard to pick.
He works hard. He doesn't die on.
But the reason for that is because he works early. He works early, try to get around, try to front. He makes it hard for you to get the ball. De'Aaron Fox is very, very good at that. I will point that out.
I agree. But okay, Andrew Nembhard.
Ryan?
You're not better than Ryan. Maybe Andrew, he's not better than Ryan.
Andrew Nembhard.
Fox is a better defender than him.
Aaron Nesmith.
I think Nesmith gives more effort. I think Fox is a better defender than him, though.
Okay. And then just to wrap this up.
Hold on, wait. Don't stop with my team. TJ McConnell.
TJ got it.
I think TJ is more of an effort defender too.
Damian Lillard.
Wait, are we not done? Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, yeah.
Fox.
Wrong Ben. My bad. Ben Shepherd.
Fox better than him too.
TJ the best point guard over there, Ron. I keep trying to tell you.
So Marcus Smart. Then once you, as soon as you, okay.
Is it fair to say that Marcus Smart at this point is more of a rep defender? Like he got to get back to where he was?
He's not a DPOY defender.
I think he can get back to where he was.
I don't know how to call him a rep defender.
Okay. Is he?
What I mean when I say reputation, Mars, is that when you got a reputation. Prime example with Drew Holiday. Is Drew Holiday the defender today that he was in 2019 when he shut the door on Damian Lillard? Is he the same defender that he was when he played against the Boston Celtics in the playoffs 3 years ago? No, he's not. But can he still defend? But a lot of that stuff is on reputation. A lot of it.
Okay. Okay, let me just ask this, since we're doing reputation, you know what I mean? We're saying I'm gonna get rid of just a new player that's on the scene. Do you think De'Aaron Fox is a better defender than Christian Brown?
Do I think De'Aaron Fox is a better defender than Christian Brown? The same Christian Brown who, yes, I do think De'Aaron Fox is a better defender than Christian.
Is he better than Ryan Dunn?
Well, I want you to finish that point. The same Christian Brown at what? Yeah, 48. The Kyrie. What were you gonna say?
No, this is the same Christian Brown who people didn't think that he could defend.
Who said that?
Oh, there's plenty of people. He can't. Swipe, you have no idea the people that I deal with. He can't defend. He can't shoot.
But
the long
who said
ball.
that? He came out of the Big 12 as an elite defender.
She'll be on TikTok lives.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I deal with people all the time who tell me. I mean, I can use that same logic. I mean, just so you know, Ox. I mean, just so you know, Swiper. Donovan Mitchell. He came out the ACC. He was an all-league defender. Russell Westbrook, when he left UCLA, he came out. I think he was an all-league defender. I didn't say Russell Westbrook. I didn't know that. Is that going to be a conversation for you? No, it's not. No. You just brought up to Ron's point. Like a lot of you dudes, you in particular, you take stuff and run with it. You do. You 100% do take a lot of stuff. Take what you say.
Donovan Mitchell been pretty good on defense this year. So.
He was good on defense last year. He was good on defense last year.
To be fair, I mean,
yeah, he was good on defense last year.
Than De'Aaron?
Donovan Mitchell?
Nah,
no, I wouldn't say so. No.
Ayo Dosunmu, who is he a better defender than Ayo?
Better on-ball defender than Donovan Mitchell. The kid from Chicago.
Yeah,
I think Fox is a better defender than him.
Yo, chill. I got a question for you too. I'm gonna give you 2 point guards, and you tell me for both franchises who you think would be the better point guard for the remainder of the season and into the playoffs.
Yep.
You got Jamal Murray, and you got Austin Reeves.
Oh my God. Okay.
Who will be better for the Lakers, and who will be better for the Nuggets?
Jamal Murray and Austin Reeves converse now.
Penny
Hardaway to Austin Reeves.
So we keeping it. So I'm moving Jamal Murray to the.
No,
Lakers.
I'm keeping him. If you're the GM of either team, first you're the GM of the Lakers. Who would you rather have as your point guard, Jamal Murray or Austin Reeves?
Austin Reeves. I like what he's doing.
All right, now let's go to Denver. You're the GM of the Nuggets. You can choose Jamal Murray or Austin Reeves. Who do you want?
I'm keeping Jamal Murray.
Okay, so you would keep it as is for both teams.
Yes, I'm keeping.
All right, so random third-party team, random team. Who would the random team rather have? Just new NBA franchise. Which player would they rather have?
They would take Jamal Murray.
Okay.
Team X would take Jamal Murray. Yes, they would.
The reason I'm asking is because
Albuquerque Armadillos.
Oh my God, I hate these.
We have Jamal Murray and Austin Reeves. Stat head comparisons. They are side by side. And as you can see, Austin Reeves is dominating this in just about every category except for free throw percentage and rebounds per game.
W basketball.
0.01.
W basketball.
I don't think there's anything I despise more on NBA Twitter than these stupid graphics.
They're fun. They're fun to use for
Darius Garland next to Luka. Like,
why do you hate this, Mars? Why do you hate this?
It doesn't do it. It doesn't tell you anything. Like, it's just, this guy stats. This guy stats. Swiper compared Darius Garland to Luka. I seen it. Darius Garland and Luka graphics. Are we serious? Like,
Mars, it's 2025, bro. W basketball.
All I was trying to say is that how good Darius Garland has been. I just think people are just down on, they're just not understanding how important he's been.
He's been really good.
It doesn't mean I just want people to, for context. I know the issue for education for a lot of people is they don't go beyond the first level. So I think that you have to have like nuance on there. But I think for me, at least, that's just a starter. Like, it's just the beginning of a conversation. It doesn't mean anything other than this is just what the information says and face value. Now you have to go interpret that information. So, but you can't do that on Twitter. I don't feel like doing that on Twitter and all that stuff, but whatever. But I think for me, it's valuable because I think in context, Darius Garland is playing at an all-NBA level, but most people are never going to consider that because he's not considered the best player on his team. But I think he's been the best player on his team.
He's playing at all-NBA level?
Yes.
But he's not going to get it.
No, probably not.
So Darius Garland is playing like a top 15 player in the NBA.
He is.
Mars, you fight that?
Top 15.
Get him, Mars.
I feel like we just forget how talented the NBA is.
No, we know we 100% know how talented it is. 100% we do.
Then I feel like
that's not to say that Darius Garland is going to make the All NBA team. All right, that's not to say he's not.
Yeah, of course he's not.
That's not to say he's going to make the All NBA team. But how much more aggressive he's been this year? how much better he's been getting downhill, how much better he's been at the rim, how much better his long ball has been this year, how much better he's been on the defensive side.
He has the best hesitation of the year so far, by the way. When he put Grant on the island and gave him a headsy at the top of the key and then finished on the lay, on wrong foot lay. I mean he's shooting 45% from three.
Darius Garland being better than he was last year. Anyone should have known that. Anyone who was acting like Darius Garland.
He's way better than he was last year.
People don't watch Cleveland. But Darius Garland last year was just bad. And
but he's having a better year than he did during his All-Star year.
Yeah, but which is great. He's really, really good.
That's because he's better.
Anyone who wasn't just acting like Darius Garland just forgot how to hoop knew he was really, really good. Now, has he improved? Yes. But I feel like we give more credit to guys for improving, ignoring the fact that their level of improvement is still lower than guys who have stagnated. Darius Garland has improved. He's still worse than guys who have not improved. We can give him credit for improving and also acknowledge he's still not playing like a top 15 player in the NBA.
Well, I mean, I disagree. I think he's been playing at a top 15 level to start the year off. Does he stay there? No, probably not.
Sure. Probably not. Sure, I guess. That's my grievance, I guess, my disagreement. I don't know. So, but shout out to Darius Garland. He playing really well. And
yeah, I said on Locked On NBA that they're gonna have 3 All-Stars, and somebody was like, "Oh wow, you think Evan Mobley?" No, I think Jared Allen.
You got a weird Evan Mobley thing.
No, Evan, no.
It's super weird.
No,
it is super weird,
yo. I said no. This is not even. He's already been an All-Star, so this is don't be
Evan Mobley
weird around.
Evan Mobley hasn't been an All-Star.
You're talking about Jared Allen.
Jared Allen has been an All-Star. But also Evan Mobley. I just took his DPOY ticket. I just put a ticket out for him for a DPOY.
Yeah, because your guy Chet got hurt. That's why
he did. And the second best defender in basketball, who's going to have the reputation. Who's going to have the reputation? Probably going to be Evan. But the way that recently people have put in context how good Victor Wembanyama's been this year. And Victor, is obviously like looking insane, so he's probably going to win it. But you get positive money on Evan Mobley. You lose money with Victor Wembanyama. So I took Evan Mobley. That's what I'm saying. He was already second behind Chet, but he's probably not going to win because Victor's probably going to win. Victor's more than likely going to win, but I'm fighting against that.
Shout out to Wemby, man. Shout out to Wemby.
All right, y'all. We got a segment we got to get to. But before we do that, my man MP13 sent through a $20 super chat. He said, "Chill is confusing me. If we are operating under the same standards defensively, then how is the order not linear? The only way your logic of 1 being better than 2, but not 3, works is if the standards aren't the same."
What does that even mean? If we're operating,
because when you said that guy is worse than this guy, but better than this guy, and I think what I was saying is that when you're talking POA defenders, you can actually have a conversation of this one is better than everybody else. Number 2 is better than everybody else, but number 3 is better than everybody else, but number 2 and 1. But then I was saying that Jalen Suggs is better than everybody. And in your brain, he's barely clear of De'Aaron Fox. But you say that Alex Caruso is clear of De'Aaron Fox.
I don't think he's barely clear. Whoa. And again, I want to clarify. I don't think he barely clears De'Aaron Fox. I just don't think he pole vault clears him. No.
But I don't think Alex Caruso does. Caruso wasn't as good of a defender as Suggs.
I think he's a much better defender than Suggs. I think he clears Suggs.
See, I think Chill's just lower on Suggs than most people.
I think he clears
this 1, 2, and 3 thing is we've had this conversation before. We got into a whole conversation about if 1 is better than 2, but 2 is better than 3. 3 can't be better than 1. And then I had a whole argument about some people trying to tell me that 3 could be better than 1, which made no sense. So we've had this discussion before. We've basically had every discussion.
Basketball.
The discussion by the way,
was around. Kane, rookie,
the discussion was
around.
Oh, Jared McCain, yeah, he's rookie of the year.
His rookie of the year ticket is real nice right now, so I would take that if you could. Shout out DraftKings.
But he pays.
Can't wait for him and Maxey to start in the backcourt.
The conversation was around when you and I had this conversation, Miles. It was Ewing, Olajuwon, Dave Robinson, and it was Dave Robinson. But Ewing wasn't better than Dave Robinson, but Dave Robinson wasn't better than Olajuwon, but he was better than Ewing. It was something to that. It was something to that effect.
Ewing wasn't better than any of them.
No, he wasn't.
None of them are better than Hakeem.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy 1, 2, 3. Hakeem, David Robinson, Ewing, all the way back there. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, we can't go digging up skeletons unless it's a part of our weekly segment. 5 comments of the week. The top 5 comments of the week. Yes, we will go dig up the top 5 comments of the week, and we actually have went and done that. Salute to everybody that commented throughout the week, and salute to everybody that left good and informative comments. Shout out to those who left jokes, and shout out to those who liked the video and commented as well. But let's go ahead and get into it, fellas. We got our top 5 comments of the week. This is the first one. It's coming in hot from, who do we have? YVN Dill 0806. He said, Chill is really on his Celtics Shaq run right now.
This is so corny. It is. This is so corny.
I don't know. I've been hearing it since September, Chill. So
yeah, y'all dudes is so corny. Y'all are. I mean, if I'm that whack, if I'm that whack, why you keep tuning into the radio station? If I'm that garbage,
Swipe can still watch every Nuggets game
because I'm a unanimous MVP. That's why they hit. What are we talking about?
If I'm that garbage, if I'm that corny,
well, wait. People tune in the crash outs all the time, all the time. So to hear Chill openly say, what's something you said that's crazy, like off the wall lately? Oh, Rudy Gobert needs more post touches.
I didn't say that. Stop saying that. I didn't say that. Stop saying that. I did not say
Jalen Suggs is fat lever.
I didn't. I don't even remember saying that. Moss, I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard that over the weekend. I was like, what? I don't even remember saying that. When did I say that? Because if I said that, I was wild as hell saying that.
See, exactly.
If I said that,
I don't remember either. But I'm gonna assume
right.
It.
I don't ever remember saying that. That sounds wild as hell.
All right, so man, y'all stop.
Corny.
Y'all
it's
stop.
Corny. It is.
Y'all stop saying Chill said things that he didn't say. All right,
it's corny.
I mean,
if I'm so whack, well, I know for a fact I do not watch. I don't care how good this person is or how good that person is. If this person just sucks so bad, I won't watch it. So if I'm that garbage,
said that some people are grandfathered into the All-Star game like they're just not outright better players than some other people. That's just the way it works. I'm better than you.
You said that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a Celtics. That's a Celtics Shaq take.
I'm not wrong.
You said that. So you gotta stop saying stuff like this, man.
I didn't say that.
Yo, Slap Around.
This is insane. Nah, Chill said that. Chill. I can't believe you, man.
What the hell? I did not say
Chill, you just gotta start choosing your words better. That's it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. But Chill, for what it's worth, I think at worst you Phoenix Shaq. And Phoenix Shaq was all right.
Made an All-NBA team.
Hey, he was playing at All-NBA.
I
think at worst, Chill. Chill, really?
That's what it sounds like.
I'm gonna give you Miami Heat Shaq, but I'm saying at worst.
It sounds like I'm this close to glue.
I mean, Chill, you're not.
You might be Mike Tyson.
That's what it sounds like.
Might be, but like
it sounds like I'm this close to glue.
Hey, not too much on Mike Tyson. Especially after you called him.
I mean, Chill, you're not 2024.
I mean,
you're not 2024.
All-time boxer losing to Jake Paul. But I see he's very red. I'm wrong.
You saw that left hook when he hit. You saw when he hit Jake Paul with that left hook and he brought it back. Like, oh shit, I gotta chill out. I'm not
no, that's not what happened.
Oh, here we go.
He got old and tired. Don't even start, Chill. Don't even start. We can do a boxing segment right now. He got old and tired by round 2. He literally was shaking every time he threw a punch. And he apparently he had like a very serious medical issue with July.
He shouldn't have been in the ring. He shouldn't have been.
I turned it off. I turned it off after like the second.
Oh, you turned it off? I couldn't even access it. It was Buffett was doing this the whole time.
I was like, why am I watching?
Yeah, I heard a lot of people had problems watching that.
Why am I watching this? This is dumb.
All right, so on to the next comment. And also, by the way, I'm running a poll. We got to get down to the bottom of this. Which version of Shaq is Chill? So I need all you guys to go vote Miami Heat at least. But all right,
even Ron ain't trying to give him Lakers. That's tough. I mean, well, never mind. It's okay.
We got another comment from. It looks like his name is Fried Rice. He said Steph doesn't need to go fast every single time. He definitely shows it, but in smaller stints compared to his prime days. When you are old, you have to conserve energy. He's playing the old man's game now. Same thing LeBron's been doing. Gotta pick your spots wisely.
Meanwhile, y'all telling me that this dude could play like this for another 5 more years.
Why is that type so small? Can you magnify that a little bit?
That's what I'm saying. That's a
why you got to see around just read it to you?
Because
I don't trust Ron's reading.
Yeah, it's like when you turn it. No, it's like when you turn the volume down to Park. You know what I mean? Like I need to focus.
I don't do that. Who would turn the volume down to Park?
I'm saying it's a general consensus.
You should after what you did this last weekend.
Bro, stop it, bro.
Ox almost got jumped by a group of elderly men. And so when I say elderly, I mean like elderly. Because he pull up in the parking lot, banging E40, speakers blaring, almost knocked their glasses off.
Man, you better turn that shit down.
I ain't turning nothing down.
About to get jumped by some
cane. If I would have been in front of, I wouldn't do that like in front of somebody's house, but
it was a senior living home. What are you talking about? You would do it in front of somebody's house? How you pull up in front of a senior living home, banging E40, got the
Ox about to get jumped by some senior citizens. Ox, is that what happened?
Chill, please do not listen to this dude. Like we already know shit. Come on.
Wait. So there were no elderly people hurt?
To make it worse.
Of course not. I would never. I'm not Jake Paul.
You can't say that, Ron, and then stop. No, Ron. To make it worse, what, Ron?
This is my man. This is my man. I ain't gonna out him.
Come on, let's keep moving.
Okay.
You see, he's trying to get out of this bad.
I just know that Ox almost got jumped by a bunch of senior citizens. I don't like that.
Yeah, man, chill, man.
Next comment of the week is from Saya Buso, 47. Saya said, 3 hours of nasty work.
See your bus.
See your bus?
Welcome to the panel.
Oh, see your bus 047. Okay. See your bus. Next comment that we got is from XO. XO Lil E Nam Pum Lilo.
I don't know what that is.
Dash PS 9 Ti. XO said Ox and Ron are obviously jealous that KD is in the NBA and they not.
Wait, what's the context behind that?
Is that Ron was spewing nonsense on KD, and then Ron was spewing nonsense on KD, and then Ox was in the Swiper left. Remember, Swiper left. This is like that segment where Swiper left like after like 5 minutes, and then Ox was in the background campaigning like, yeah, Ron, get him, Ron. So yeah.
Wait, what did y'all say about KD?
Ron said that since 2000, KD is not a top 10 player.
Oh, that nonsense.
Yeah. It got real bad after you left, and then Ron just started yelling some nonsense.
Oh well, fellas, we could get back.
Pertaining to this comment though, he might be cooking, bro. I really might be a little jealous of Kevin Durant. Like, there might be some truth to that, you know. I one time I actually thought I was as good as Kevin Durant, so now I'm jealous. You know,
never thought I was as good.
I'm glad. Ox, what would you do if you were making $45 million a year right now?
You don't want to know, Swiper.
I don't.
I want to know, and I cannot say it on the internet. But all I know is that I wish, you know. Hey, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Kevin Durant for real, bro.
All right, y'all. The fifth comment of the week today. Sorry for the small font. But Jalen SM10P, Jalen said, I'm not sure how it's an argument that Wade is a better player than KD. He objectively does everything else better outside of scoring. LOL. Wade had end of prime Shaq. KD had the greatest team of all time. Kyrie, Harden, and Russ. If not for injuries, the Heat probably win a couple more rings, and that's just hearsay. LOL.
The only person that was supporting that was Ron, right?
Well, Ox was in the background, like, yeah, Ron, but he ain't really say it, but like there was a lot of names that Ron said that Ox agreed with. So like he was there with Ron, but he ain't really like team.
There was a lot of names I said that y'all agree with.
Yeah, because I think there's guys better than KD. There just ain't 10 of them. There's guys.
Okay. Let me say this. It might not be 10 for you, but if it's 8 for you, then it's not that crazy. So if it's 9 for you, then it's not. Okay, Morris. I said it's 10 guys better. Look, I think you're getting stuck on the number 10. Like you said that we get that. Like, no, Morris. You remember how you said that we be over fascinated with the 5, 10, 15, 20 multiples of 5.
When you say 10, I expect 10.
I gave you 10.
If you say I average a triple-double, but you average 8 rebounds,
I gave you 10. But here's the point that I'm making.
Actually, Ron, you gave us 5. And
I gave you 10 that I believe, and I said I can understand pushback from 5 of them. But more, it was 8 of them that you believe. It's 8 of them that you believe.
That wasn't 10, so I disagree with you.
But I'm saying if it's 8 of them that you agree with, but then you say, oh, it's crazy because you gave me 2 more. Come on, man. Hey, if I gave you 10 and you said I agree with 8. All right, it's 2 people you didn't agree with. Don't make it seem like it's just. Don't make it seem like it's just a folk tale and like it's just crazy and that. Hey, and then I need my brain checked because I gave you 2 more people. Like, come on, we agreed on 2 people.
I never said
we disagreed on 2 people.
I never said I agreed with 8. I never said that.
Yeah, it's 8 that you. It's 7 for sure. It's 7 definitively.
Hold on. So and you said since 2000, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, you have Shaq. We said Shaq, Kobe.
Yes. Duncan.
I'm trying to LeBron, Steph Curry. That's 4. Duncan is 5.
He said KG.
No, I'm saying the real list. I'm saying the real list. But everybody knows I just put Joker ahead of him all time. So I think obviously Joker, that's 6. Everybody else is
the Joker all time. So what's that mean?
Yeah, well, sure. Whatever you want to say. I'm saying that like for me, it's 6. I don't know where you get 8 and 9 from.
But then he said KG, so that would be
the
that would be you're the only one that doesn't agree with KG.
He then said Dwayne Wade.
That's fine.
He then said Dwayne Wade. He then said Giannis.
Cook him again, Ron. He's asking for it. Cook him again.
Ron ain't never cooked nothing. Ron be burning toast. Ron be burning toast. No, don't stand in for Ron just because you know him. Let Ron speak for himself.
Yell over me right now, Swapper, because look, this is the thing. Mars, to your point. When Ron said that, if you remember correctly, I tried to stop him. I was 100% against this. I was against it on playback.
And then you heard the names, and you was like,
then he started name dropping, and he started cooking, and I didn't expect him to turn into Bobby Clay. I was like, damn, you know what? You got a valid point. I really, honestly, I think I agree with probably about 7 of them for sure. And then there's other, like to Ron's point, like the other 3, 4. It's like probably not, Ron. It's questionable, but I see where you're coming from. So I'm not going to make a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I felt you on enough of them towards like I see where you're coming from. And on top of that, Kawhi clear. So like,
yeah, I'm gonna make a big deal out of it because Kevin Durant gonna stay getting disrespected if I don't. So
I don't think there's a lot of good basketball players on Mars.
There is a lot of good ones.
By the way, I'm jealous of all of them, not just Kevin Durant.
Valid, but yeah, shout out to KD, you top 10 in the last 25 years, obviously. You top 3 of all time to some people, so shout out to you.
Yo, we got a couple more comments, and I know you guys got super chats.
Respect Dell? What the hell? Respect Dell?
Right. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Couple more comments, and I know we got super chats. I got a comment from Stefan MVP T4E. He said, y'all let this man come up here and say anything because he got an accent. Very disappointed in the ball knowers up here.
Who are you talking about?
Me.
Yeah.
Everyone.
It might be Jordan. He got it.
It's me. That comment is on the the Dynasty video. I read the comments. Yeah, that's me. Everyone has an accent technically, but whatever. But yeah, I stand on what I said. The Spurs aren't definitively a top 5 dynasty of all time. I'm gonna stand on that.
Well, the title said the Spurs are not.
Yeah, you guys manipulating the title to make it seem like I said the Spurs aren't a dynasty.
That was crazy.
Good work on getting the views.
I can't believe that.
Great work on getting me slandered for something I didn't say. But I mean, I got people stick.
Mars, they're not talking about you. Technically, they're talking about whoever put that title, El Cheerio.
Well, no, but they genuinely are blaming me. Bro, they're blaming me. I got people on TikTok making videos calling
me. Hey, Mars, I felt that was ridiculous. They should have definitely not done you like that.
I read the title. I was like, I ain't say that. Then I watched the video. I was like, I ain't say that, but it is what it is.
Did not say that.
And then I'm watching the TikTok clips. Everyone going mad at me. The Spurs are a dynasty. I'm like, the Spurs, I never said they weren't a dynasty.
Look at that.
That's disgusting.
That's what you said, Morris.
Yeah, man. Whatever, man.
And then you got them blending in with the same colors too on purpose.
Yeah,
that's fire. That's really good. YouTube.
They got Chill Lamar looking like bench players on the Spurs. Talking about not a dynasty.
It is what it is, man. But shout out to the Spurs. Definitely a dynasty. But I mean, this part not gonna get clipped. Whatever. I guess.
Yeah, that was fire.
Actually, no, they will clip it. Oh, Mars walked back his Spurs not a dynasty take. That's what they're gonna clip it as. Frauds. Ugh, disgraceful.
The next comment I got is from Legendary Sage 293. He said Wemby is just a 7-foot Jason Tatum at this point. If all he's gonna ever do is play as a wing and shoot a lot of threes, it's gonna look great when it's working and real bad when it's not.
Except be top flight defender in the league and top flight finisher in the league.
in that comment, man. So there's a
lot. We haven't seen each other since that Tatum game winner, have we? Or we haven't?
Since the travel, yeah.
Have we seen each other since that Julius Randle game winner?
No, we have not. The push off.
I spoke about that a little bit.
That was a flop.
Josh Okogie should be embarrassed.
The Suns got 2 touch fouls on the other end right before that.
It's 6 swiper.
Josh Okogie
you just sit here and cap for that swiper. You are a sick individual. The NBA is so disgraceful. Stuff like that. There's people I've seen coaches teaching kids to flop, and that's what happens. They get good, go to the NBA, and they nobody even tells you play defense. Sorry,
he definitely a push off. Jason Tatum definitely but people got mad at me. Chill. People were that's it. He's been a top 3 player, Tatum, this whole year, and they were like, "Oh, did you see when he shot? Did you see when he shot in that game? Why would you bring it?" Now he ain't shooting well. He's been trash as a shooter. I get it. I understand that, but he's still been top 3 this year. He's really good.
We praising that travel.
Shout out to the travel not getting cool. Shout out to that. That was great. You see that free throw line jumper at the end of regulation?
I thought somebody moved the rim. I did. I thought somebody literally moved the basket. I did. I was like, what the hell was that? Wide open wide open in the mid range.
It was a tough shot. The game winner. That was tough.
Hey, shout out to
crazy.
He'll make that one, but the 17-footer where he's wide open, nobody's close to him.
He better from 3 than the mid range.
He threw that ball up, Chill. That was a hope shot. That wasn't even a good shot. It was a hope. I hope I make it. I ain't made a 3-pointer in a minute. I'm a hope I make this one. So I don't want to go to the rim and have to hit these free throws because I might be tired of something like that.
All of that stuff is by design, no doubt about it. Because there's no way.
No, it's not. That's how he plays. Blame him. Blame him.
All of those guys. The amount of times that I watch him get to the rim and throw the ball out to the long ball line, the amount of times that I watch him get to the rim and not finish, that's by design.
Chill. And guess what? I'm telling you this right now, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be higher on it than you are. The Cleveland's already guaranteed to be a top 2 seed because of where they are right now, currently in the standings and how far ahead they are of 3. So the Celtics ain't gonna be the 1 seed, and they are not as good as they were last year regular season. But no KP, obviously. I'm just saying no regular season. They are not winning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Add all that in, they might win 57, 58 games, which is still elite. Like, you know what I mean? But they're not gonna be number 1 seed. No, not even close.
Oh, so Tatum's MVP case is dead, basically.
No. I said that. But they're not gonna be number 1 seed. But this is because chill. Matter of fact, how much do you really love being objective? Because you love Tatum, I think, more than
his MVP case is dead.
I think,
if they're not the number 1 seed, how is he having MVP?
Well, hold on, you all. Let me make Tatum's argument, okay? Here's the thing. Cleveland, chill. You were right. They're going to be the 1 seed. They're great. They're Tony the Tiger. Great. They're a great team.
He never predicted that, so don't say he was.
But he didn't. But he did say they're going to be a possible top 3 seed. He did say that.
I really could go for some Frosted Flakes right now. So
I love Frosted. Well, no, that's gas. I love Waffle Crisp more than anything else, and Cookie Crisp. But I don't eat those things anymore.
Can we get back? Focus, please?
Yeah. I'm trying to. I'm just talking to my brother. Dang, man, that's what I'm saying. It's my brunch brother. Look, listen. So I think chill. You're going to have to walk back the Tatum MVP stuff because 1, he's just not playing better than a couple other people. But 2, they're not going to be the number 1 seed. But that's not because the Celtics aren't good. They're good, but they ain't as good as that other team. Not in the regular season, at least. I don't know in playoffs it's going to matter. Cleveland looks like a dog. Oh my gosh, Dean Wade, Ty Jerome. They got what's the other shooter's name off the bench? George Niang.
I what's your name? I think
George Niang,
yeah, Sam Merrill. I'm talking about
they got 10 guys over there. They got 10.
They nice.
Yeah,
they
got
nice
10 guys over there.
And they're number 1 in 3-point percentage, and they're top 7 in 3-point volume. They're taking the right modern shots, and on top of that, they got dudes that can get to the rim. They got 2 elite defenders on their roster. I'm telling you, chill. They stay healthy again. They could be last year's Thunder, last year's Celtics. They stay healthy.
With that being said, the Celtics again. I think they're the 2nd seed. What are they? 11-3 right? What are they? 11-3 right now. And I mean, I had them winning anywhere between 65 to 70 games.
You were hoping for.
I still think that I think that we're gonna have 2 teams in the very much like what happened in the 16 season where we got 2 teams win 60+ games in the East. The same thing that happened with the Warriors and the Spurs, where the Spurs, like a lot of people don't talk about the Spurs. I mean, they won 67 games that year. 67, and the fact that the Warriors were just, dump trucking people. I mean, they won 73 games that year. It kind of got thrown by the wayside. They won 67 games that year. I think that was a record for them. They had never won that many games in the history of their franchise. And
the year Kawhi led them?
Yeah. They had won 67 games that year. So I don't think that it's ridiculous for me to think that we could have two teams.
And lost to Kevin Durant in the playoffs, but sure.
100% lost it. 100% lost.
What happened to Kawhi?
Yeah,
he rolled his ankle.
He lost to Zaza that year, okay?
Yeah, he rolled his ankle.
No, that was 2017. Carry on, show. Sorry, carry on, show. We derailing the
I'm talking about that year.
What I'm saying is I feel like as good as Cleveland is playing right now, I just think that Boston, from a health standpoint, I think that if they could stay healthy, I still think this is a 60+ win team.
Yeah, but that's what all winning is predicated on, is health. The Thunder are not healthy. I don't think they're going to keep this pace. They're cooking right now without, except last night, without having Chet and I don't think that holds up the whole year. But just to be clear, that's the Thunder had 5 players play 70 games last year. They won 57 games. The Celtics were very healthy for most of the year last year. They won a bunch of games.
5 games. Right?
Cleveland. I mean that's what it takes though.
And the pace that they're on right now, right? And the pace they're on right now, they're close to winning. They're winning. They're on pace to win close to 60 games. Now you add KP back to the lineup, so he's going to make them better, right? So adding KP back to the lineup, he's going to make them better. Plus what Kate has been doing, I think that I think.
Well, their defense is like legitimately like markedly worse though. That's a deal. Like that's a big deal.
That's a large part because KP's not there.
I know. But respect on Horford.
And not only is it because KP isn't there, and not only because KP isn't there, Mars, it's also due to the fact that they go after Al Horford a lot more now than they did in the past. And I don't think, and with that, I think that's going to be a problem moving forward. I don't know how much of a problem. Excuse me. I don't know how. I don't know if it's going to be a huge problem, but I do notice the teams hunt Al Horford more than they did in the past. Boston was a switch-heavy team in the past, but now with Al Horford being long in the tooth and getting him in mismatches like what they're going to do tomorrow night, I'm pretty confident in that. And Ron, I know that we're going to talk about them later, but I think that's going to be a problem in the future. I do.
Y'all, I got a poll being ran right now. It's very simple. The question is, who better? The Cavs or the Celtics? Y'all get over there and vote. It looks like the Celtics have an early lead. But chat, I need you guys to tell me who you believe is better.
So if you go 15-0, but you ain't the best team in the league, let's stop it.
In the meantime, I'm gonna get to some super chats, but I have one more chat to get to. I think this was the old man that Ox nearly killed in the parking lot yesterday. He sent this through, and he said, I'm not reading that name again. He said, Ox is a clown, just like that losing team he supports.
Oh, so he got 2 comments, right? Crazy.
Man, he a goat chatter. When you a goat chatter, goat things happen to you.
I mean, Ox does do stand-up comedy, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
He said that because I didn't want to argue. That's crazy.
Not wanting to argue apparently makes you a bad person.
Makes you a female.
Yeah, Mars, what's wrong with you? You don't want to fight. Why don't you want to fight? Why? What's wrong with you? Why don't you want to fight?
But you fight all the time, so you don't fit that. You don't fit that at all.
That's not true. I don't want to fight all the time.
You fight about everything.
No,
you fight about everything. Yes, you do. You're fighting right now.
No, you're fighting your lack of will to fight. Crazy. Interesting.
All right, y'all. Let's get into these super chats. Now we got a couple other good things to get into over the weekend. Couple more records were broke, Mars. So let's actually nah. I appreciate the super chat, y'all, but I need Mars to get this off because I know he wants to get this off.
What do I want to go off?
Are you who
would I want to get off? What? So what would I want to get off? Just the fact that one of the greatest shooters of all time is now second all time in threes made. Is that what you want me to get off? You want me to get off the fact that someone who changed the game, revolutionized the game, is the way we see it today, has now passed Ray Allen for 3-pointers made, and he will finally be forever living on in the history books as the second most threes in NBA history, and will maybe, hopefully, get the respect he deserves once he retires, because he definitely doesn't get it while he plays. Is that what you want me to talk about?
How are we going to be talking about James Harden 10 years from now?
Like, as a revolutionary? That's how we should be spoken.
What's going to be because one of the main reasons why we bring up older players and we don't talk about them as much. Like, why don't we talk about Dominique Wilkins nearly as much as we should?
Because he wasn't a revolutionary.
That's not true. It's because he didn't win. That's what,
that's
that's what it is more than anything.
Because he wasn't a revolutionary.
100% he was a revolutionary player.
No,
yes, he was. No, there wasn't the guy that he was on the wing, the athlete that he was, the highlight film that he was, the bucket getter that he was. 100% Dominique Wilkins was revolutionary at 6'8", doing the stuff that he did.
That's not what revolutionary is.
100% it is, Mars.
No, that just means he was cool.
No, that doesn't mean he was cool. It means
revolutionary is the game changes off the back of you.
Yes, and Dominique
Wilkins, James Harden. I ain't no Dominique Wilkins.
At 6'7", 6'8".
What did Dominique Wilkins change? Hold on, what did he change about the NBA?
Are we arguing that Dominique Wilkins changed the game?
What did he change, Joe? Let him say specifically. What did he change?
Playing above the rim. That's what he changed.
So
David Thompson had more impact on above the rim basketball than Dominique Wilkins did.
Dr. J was doing it a decade earlier.
Dominique,
so Steph Curry didn't revolutionize this with James Harden. What are y'all talking about?
Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Nowitzki.
Those guys.
You just said about James Harden like Steph Curry wasn't out here doing it but now Dominique Wilkins can't have it because of Dr. J.
James Harden
and playing above the rim isn't all the same neither, Mars.
Yeah,
but he wasn't the one that started that though.
And being a highlight film wasn't the same.
But he was not the one that started that.
And nobody said that he started. That's not the argument.
Dr. J was more revolutionary for that. David Thompson was more revolutionary for that.
Which is what James Harden did. James Harden elevated what was already going on.
James Harden. No. Just to be clear.
He took it and ran with it.
But Steph Curry is the in terms of 3-point volume. Sure. James Harden in terms of on-ball 3-point creation and shooting. No, that was obviously James Harden. James was the one.
I've seen J.R. Smith doing that way before.
No, not to the same degree.
And that's what I mean. Not all threes are created equal. You can give credit for Steph Curry for the 3-point acceleration of the NBA, especially because the Warriors won. And everyone gives the winning team the credit for changing the game because it's a copycat league, as they say, blah, blah, blah. The Rockets never won. But when it comes down to self-creating threes, the step backs, the isolation offense, the heliocentrism, all of those buzzwords you like to hear, when it comes down to that, James Harden is the one who accelerated that. The Houston Rockets are the ones who accelerated that. Daryl Morey, Mike D'Antoni, they are the ones who are a large part of the reason why the game is the way it's played today. When you go back and look through NBA history, the Rockets were the team leading the league in threes damn near every year. It wasn't Golden State. It was the Rockets. When you look back at who was creating all of their threes, it was James Harden. It wasn't Steph Curry. Like 40 or 50% of Steph Curry's threes are assisted. James Harden's at 25%. When you look at leading the league in step backs every year, it's James Harden. When you look at leading the league in isolations every year, it's James Harden. When you look, you might not like the game as it's played today, which is fine. We can have that conversation because we seem to have it all the time. The game has got worse, the foul baiting, all of that stuff.
So he changed it for the worse, Jamal. He didn't change it for the better.
That's fine. That's fine. If you think the game is worse today, I'm not having that conversation today. If you think the game is worse, that's fine.
Right.
A revolutionary is a revolutionary, whether or not it's an improvement or it's a regression. Whatever it is, sure. James Harden is directly responsible for how the game has changed in the last decade. Whether you like it or not, James Harden is at the forefront of that. He might be standing next to Steph Curry. Yep. He might be shoulder to shoulder with Steph Curry. But those two, and then also throwing Kevin Durant because this 7-foot demigod doing other things. And then you got LeBron James being this doing all hybrid and everything. So those four, James Harden.
Can we respect Gil's Arena? Can Hibachi just get a mention in the conversation?
No,
we talk about step back threes. We talk about heliocentric offense. We talk about pulling up from the logo.
Bring up people.
I ain't bring up pulling up from the logo.
Yeah,
but
you said heliocentric offense and shooting threes.
Out of here, man.
Yeah,
you just want to bring people up. The reason why we don't talk about the keep going, Mars. I'm sorry.
You can give Gilbert Arenas credit for shooting deep threes before most people were. I mean, you could go back to like the 2000s when LeBron was shooting deep threes. Like,
what's the problem with bringing up Gilbert Arenas when he was doing in those days? What's wrong with that?
The reason
why are you so upset about that?
The reason why is because Gilbert Arenas wasn't doing what James Harden was doing.
Because he's not as good as James Harden.
That was like 10 years. So he's not in that conversation.
Different era.
As much as I dislike Gilbert Arenas, he was definitely doing
16, 17, 18, and 19. Those 3 years, James Harden could have won the league MVP. Gilbert Arenas wasn't even in the conversation for league MVP at no point in the time.
I didn't say anything about being MVP. I didn't say anything about being MVP or him.
Then we shouldn't be talking about him like we talk about this dude.
Why not? He was doing that same shit.
No, he was not doing that. He wasn't doing what James Harden was doing.
He might not be as good as James Harden.
Yes, he was.
Just like Mars, just like you sat there and let Mars say that he's not arguing about whether the game is better or worse. I'm not arguing about if James Harden is better than Gilbert Arenas or not. That has nothing to do with my argument. What I'm saying is Gilbert Arenas was doing that same stuff, but he might not be as good as James Harden. But there's no reason for y'all to overreact and be like, oh, we can't talk about Gilbert Arenas.
That's not the point. That's not the point that I'm making.
I just want to talk about James Harden because that's
all I want to talk about.
We get to give him James Harden credit for stuff, and all of a sudden we got.
And then somebody got to throw somebody else's name in there. Like let's talk about.
I just said shout out Hibachi. That's it.
I'm not saying.
If we talking about doing all this, why ain't Dame's name getting mentioned?
Why not?
He deserves mention too.
I'm trying to talk and you keep talking. You said nobody's saying. I'm trying to respond to what you just said. But
are we gonna get pissed off and say we can't bring up Dame too because he wasn't as good as
Dame deserves a seat at the table more than Gilbert Arenas. So respect.
You can bring a seat. There's other guys who are directly involved in the way the game is played today.
Yes, that was that because
there's a lot of guys. I'm not arguing.
It was so much earlier. With Gilbert Arenas, that was 10 years before that. So it's not, that's why it's not. But if Gilbert Arenas did what he was doing back in those years, and that happened to be in 2016, 17, he would 100% in this conversation. It's not about him being better than James Harden. I didn't say that. Y'all relax, bro. I didn't say that. I'm saying he was definitely playing that style. And for us to pretend like he wasn't just because we think that James Harden is better, I think it's crazy for us to get that upset. Like, yeah, we can all the comments said was respect Gilbert Arenas. That's it. We can be like, oh yeah, Gilbert Arenas was playing like that, and keep talking about James Harden. There's no reason for us to have a brain aneurysm.
There's a lot of people who are also involved in the way the game is played today. I'm not saying the four guys I named are the only ones. So when I said Steph, KD, LeBron, and James Harden, I'm not saying they are the only ones who drove the game forward. You can throw in Damian Lillard, you can throw in Russell Westbrook, and I like any type of revolution in basketball, timing is everything. There are some guys who are doing things before their time. You look at Pete Maravich, you look at guys like Mark Price, you look at Steve Nash, you look at that Phoenix Suns offense, you look at Gilbert Arenas. They were probably too far ahead of their time to where it didn't catch on when they were doing it. So you can also give them credit for just, if Bill Arenas did play 10 years later, maybe he would be a part of this conversation. It was bad timing. I can understand.
He was influenced by Gilbert Arenas. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, and that's possible. I mean, but when I talk about revolutionizing the game, the Rockets and the James Harden, the Rockets and James Harden are at the forefront of that. Does that mean they're the only ones? No, but they are at the forefront of it. James Harden was the player who was leading the league in isolations every single year from when it started getting tracked. Every year, James Harden led the league in isolations. Yep. And then we got to the point where with Mike D'Antoni, this man is isolating 16 times a game and is the most efficient isolation scorer in the NBA. That is ridiculous. Then you go to how much he has the ball in his hands, how much of his team's offense he's responsible for. Then you go to how many threes he's shooting, how many self-created threes he's shooting in a game where pull-up three-point shooting has become basically all the craze in the NBA. And that is extremely valuable. If you're someone who can make threes off the bounce, James Harden was shooting more threes off the bounce than anyone in the NBA. The most dangerous weapon in the NBA was someone who could generate a three at will. And James Harden did it better than anyone we've probably ever seen. And yes, that includes Steph Curry, because Steph Curry is the greatest off-ball mover we've ever seen, being able to get threes off screens, off the bounce, two, off the dribble. However you want to get a three, Steph Curry could do it. But when it comes to strictly creating a three out of nothing, no ball screen, no help defense, one-on-one, I can create a three on anyone. That was James Harden. You look at guys like Luka Doncic. You could look at all these elite pull-up shooters. Yeah. James Harden has a hand in that. That step back, revolutionary. Was he the first one to do a step back? No. I could go back to the 80s. I've seen Larry Bird do some step backs. I've seen Kiki Vandeweghe do some step backs. You got Paul Pierce doing step backs. I've seen step backs. Manu Ginobili was doing step backs. But when it comes to
shout out Penny doing step backs in the 90s.
Sure. But when it comes down to revolutionizing the game, pushing the game forward, that's James Harden. And is he going to get his respect for that? Maybe one day. Definitely not going to be while he's playing. While he's playing, it's going to be he didn't do this in the playoffs. He didn't do that in the playoffs. He didn't win this. He didn't go to the finals, blah, blah, blah. But maybe when he retires and people look back on his career and maybe they will have to box score watch. I don't know. Maybe they will have to box. Damn, this guy was averaging 36. This guy was 35. This guy was shooting 13 threes a game. Maybe they'll have to box score watch. But at some point, James Harden is going to get the respect he deserves for driving the game forward, being one of the greatest, at worst, regular season players we've ever seen.
Sure.
Leading a Houston team that practically had no direction into dogfights against the dynasty. 10 years from now, 15 years from now, James Harden will get the respect he deserves.
Probably not, because that's the same thing. Allen Iverson gets disrespected for going having a battle with the dynasty. You know, he gets
he had one battle.
He won one game against that, so he probably won't get the respect.
Yeah, because if Allen Iverson went up against the dynasty,
just like I disrespect Allen Iverson, they'll probably disrespect James Harden too, because.
Well, yeah, if Allen Iverson went up against the dynasty 4 times in 5 years, he'd probably get given more.
Happen, you know what I'm saying? Because that's.
But we'll see. And also, Allen Iverson is pretty much beloved by most of the basketball community. Except for the same reason James Harden doesn't get. But the thing is, James Harden has a lot more haters than he does.
Yeah, because all the flopping and foul bait.
And 15 years from now, in the
trap.
I'm not gonna lie. Reggie Miller was flopping. Reggie Miller was doing these kickouts on threes. Reggie Miller was doing a lot of questionable things. But now Reggie Miller's beloved. One time heals all wounds. When James Harden is 15 years removed from the NBA, all of a sudden, a lot of the things people hated James Harden for are gonna become things that either they forget about or things they start to love James Harden for. His style of play, the isolation, the highlights, all of those things they're gonna start loving James Harden for, when at the time they were hating on him for it. It happens with a lot of NBA players. The flaws get washed away, and all the things they were criticizing all of a sudden become good things. So 15 years from now, hopefully I'm still around, hopefully we're all still around. James Harden will get the love that he should have been getting right now. The same thing that happens with a lot of guys. You don't get the love until they retire, or in some players' cases like Kobe Bryant, until they're actually gone. So we just got
the fact that he didn't win, that kind of contributes to it. But I want to ask you a question, Mars. My question to you, Mars, is what do you think with this revolution of James Harden? What do you think contributed to that? Why was he so good at that? Like, what contributed to him being that?
I mean, his quickness was always underrated. His ability to change direction, his ability to stop on a dime, decelerate, get to wherever he wanted on the floor was extremely dangerous. He has one of the best handles of all time.
Yeah. Was it solely his game? The reason why I'm asking you this, Mars,
solely his game, no. Solely his game, no. It was his game. It was his skill set combined with Daryl Morey being the most analytically driven general manager in the NBA. And then you get Mike D'Antoni, who's also very aware of the analytics and is an offensive genius. So you compare the most analytically driven GM in the NBA with the greatest offensive mind as a coach possibly ever. Then with someone who's as offensively gifted as James Harden, it's a match made in heaven. Like that's 100%. What it is. It all comes together to lead to one thing. Same reason the Warriors playing the way they do isn't solely because of Steph. You combine Steph Curry's skill set with a Draymond Green, a Kelly Thompson, and a Steve Kerr who's willing to go away from the norms of how we understand basketball, you create something revolutionary. Something being revolutionary is never down to just one person. It comes down to coaching, team building, teammates, and then that person's outlier talent. So it's not just James Harden, but he's a big part of the reason.
I 100% agree with everything that you just said, Mars. And the reason why I agree with that, because I could use the same logic with Dominique Wilkins. I got this 6'8" super freak athlete that plays above the rim, who's a scoring machine. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have the All-Star weekend. I'm going to have a dunk contest. In the process of me having a dunk contest, I'm going to display this guy. I'm going to display his athleticism. I'm going to display his skill. And what that's going to do, that's going to translate to more eyes on the TV. That's going to translate to more views on the TV. Because now we got this super freak 6'8" guy that plays above the rim, dunking on big guys, the human highlight film that he is. And now we can see this guy more often. And what contributes to that? What contributed to that was All-Star Weekend, because you don't know about this guy. You don't know anything about him unless you see him at All-Star Weekend. You don't know that this scoring machine that Michael Jordan is. You don't know we got another one in the league chasing him every year. You don't know that the human highlight that Michael Jordan is. You don't know we got another one of these guys in the league unless we have All-Star Weekend, where you can now display this guy and you can see this guy more often. That's called revolutionary. That's called changing the game, which is what Dominique Wilkins did. He put more eyes on the TV. He had people seeing him more often than not. And he had other 6'7" and 6'8" guys going, I want to be able to do that. I'm not the athlete that guy is. I'm not the scoring machine that he is, but I would like to be that.
They had the dunk contest. They brought a dunk contest from the ABA, right? The ABA was doing. The ABA was doing dunk contests because they had
nobody cared, Mars. Nobody.
Yeah, the guy they had. I mean, that's because they had to merge because of foolishness. But they had Dr. J doing it. Then they had the dunk contest was it Dominic's rookie year? They had the
All-Star Weekend was in '84. That was the first time.
Was that his first or second year?
That was his second year. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you implying they brought it in because of him?
I'm not implying that. I'm saying that it helped him.
Okay, but revolutionary
just like not being able to put hands on people as much helped James Harden's ability to score, helped James Harden be able to create distance. That enhanced his game. That helped him. So All-Star Weekend, Dominique Wilkins being in the dunk contest,
they gave him the platform to
absolutely it does. 100% it does.
I can agree it gives him a platform. I just wouldn't agree that he revolutionized the game. I think you look at the uber athletic wings. I mean, I would argue Dr. J was. I mean, you got Elgin Baylor, but Dr. J for me would be, he was the NBA superstar. He was the one that the merger was all about. It was him. He was the best or second best player in the world. All the eyes were on Dr. J, the throw, everything. That was the iconic superstar wing. Then you got David Thompson, who Swiper will always rave about. He was the uber athletic guard. That Michael Jordan said he was influenced by, and obviously he got into what he was getting into, so his career didn't last as long. But he was the one who Michael Jordan said he looked up to, and Michael Jordan is the one who I would argue revolutionized the game in terms of it goes away from the big man a little bit, goes into we can win with these all-time great scoring guards who play both sides of the ball, and then you bring in the Kobe Bryants, the Tracy McGrady's, they all coming off of Michael Jordan's influence, and then LeBron James comes in, and you get this do-it-all wing who can do everything, get to the rim, play, make rebounds, play defense, and then you get into the modern game where everyone can do a little bit of everything. I just don't think Dominique Wilkins would be the one I would use as the revolutionary. I think there's been a few revolutionaries in NBA history. I mean, George Mikan gets it by default. The rules all had to change because there was a 6'10" guy in the NBA. So they had to start widening the lanes, making things more difficult for him. Then Wilt Chamberlain expanded upon that. Then you got just the Celtics as a whole, their defense, all of those things.
Yeah, but Dominique Wilkins wasn't even, didn't he have more cachet in that than Clyde Drexler did? So like, respectfully, not true. Respectfully, I just disagree with that. I think that Michael Jordan was the apex of everything that they wanted.
100%.
Clyde was too. Dominique was him, and Dominique were whatever. But even after that, the reason why J.R. Ryder and Mitch Richmond and all these other players started getting like acclaim and like people were looking at their game coming out of college because of Jordan. Like Jordan was the one that was the prototype for where they were going. These two-way or somewhat two-way.
Two things can be true.
High-flying guards. But Dominique Wilkins wasn't the origin of that. But even like just
I think that we're arguing two different things. I'm not to be revolutionary, you do not have to be the origin. James Harden wasn't the origin, but James Harden was revolutionary.
And he didn't change the aerial game. That was clearly Jordan though. Jordan was the heir apparent. Like he had the whole brand of Jordan was him jumping and staying in the air. But Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film was great. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. Vince Carter had more effect on that than he did. Respectfully, like
moving forward, he definitely.
But even just now, like when people go back to dunking, we don't even go back that far. Jordan is brought up.
And I think that's
Dr. J is brought up. Obviously, Dominique is brought up to a degree, but Vince Carter is the other one that, like, in terms of a guard being able to jump and dominate in the air like that. Yeah, it's definitely Vince for sure.
I just don't think there's that many revolutionaries in NBA history. I think you got, like I said, George Mikan, Wilt. You could maybe throw the Celtics in there, but I don't know. Then you got Dr. J. Magic, I would say Magic was Magic and Bird really were revolutionaries. These 6'9" guys who can play make at that level. MJ, I think you gotta say they changed the game because of Shaq, but like you couldn't replicate Shaq, if that makes sense. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like everything changed because of Shaq, but you couldn't copy Shaq because you can't replicate that. So like I don't know what I would call Shaq, but Shaq was Shaq. He was something. He was something that could Shaq. Shout to Shaq. And then you got LeBron, Dirk, Kevin Durant, Steph, James Harden would be the guys I would put at the forefront of that.
It's just, like when my kids get older, I'm gonna be like, yo, they used to play like this, they used to play like that. They're gonna be like, we've always done that. They've always shot a bunch of threes. I'm gonna be like, well, no, they didn't. I was there. And that's why I think Chill's coming from with the Dominique Wilkins thing. It's like, he probably saw a style of play and then saw a different style of play after all the dunk contests and stuff like that. And we probably think that we know what we're talking about, and we don't. As
all right, y'all.
What Chill actually witnessed.
Let's go ahead and get into these super chats. We got a lot of them, so we're going to have some fun with y'all, chat. The first one is from MP13, a $19.99 super chat. MP said, do you guys think the move where Brunson gets the defender behind him and then pulls up while creating the contact should be treated like KD's rip through foul? Question mark. Because I think it's a foul, but I see a lot of people complaining about it.
Most people all complaining about it were the 76ers fans.
Trae Young was doing it first, to be fair. Yeah. So I'm not
remember Chris Paul used to do that. I hate that.
I think they said like in 21
revolutionized it.
I think they were saying in 21 they weren't calling that a foul anymore. But I don't know.
They did say that, Morris.
Yeah, so I don't. It's meant to not be allowed anyway. So
but the thing is hard to say, like, if cause some of them like are legitimate. If I get in front of you and I go vertical and you hit me, it's a foul. But I think jumping back into somebody, that should be an offensive foul. But I think we've seen that referees don't have a lot of nuance to their whistle. They just don't call certain things.
It's either they call everything or they call nothing. It's just
like Dyson Daniels yesterday. He got that foul on Trae Young. That was Trae Young, who Dyson Daniels. That was Dyson Daniels who created the contact. That was clearly a foul on him. When Trae Young jumped, Dyson Daniels didn't stop
you're talking about that play.
Yes, Dyson Daniels didn't stop moving. He was still moving. It wasn't like he stopped moving.
Dyson Daniels is on Trae Young's team, so it wasn't Dyson Daniels.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, it was a play in the fourth. I genuinely can't remember who it was. Tamani. Piccolo saying it was Tamani. But Trae Young, like, he came off a screen and like he stopped, picked up the ball, and then Tamani carried on running.
He was right in the middle of the he was right in the middle of the floor, and then he jumped.
Yeah,
and the defender was and the defender was still moving, and it was clear it was contact.
Yeah,
and it looked like Trae Young created the contact, but it wasn't. It was clearly on the defender.
But chill, I hate though how the NBA hates too strong a word. Very much dislike. The NBA is so soft and bad on perimeter shooting fouls, but on the interior, you can get away with murder. It depends on who it is.
Well, hold on. First of all, can we agree?
He's saying Jokic has a bad whistle.
That's but even Giannis could get more foul calls. Like they get a lot, but like bigs could legitimately get like.
Facts. Embiid need more free throws, man. Embiid need more free throws.
We could do that with a bunch of people, but I think that we have to respect the fact that foul baiting, drawing fouls is a skill. Drawing fouls is not something. Drawing fouls is a 100% skill. We might not give it enough credit because there's some guys who abuse it. Where you got guys ripping through and doing stuff like that, sure, that doesn't make sense. But when I'm dribbling 2 dribbles to the left and I shot pick you and get you up in the air and then I bump you, that's drawing a foul. And that's a skill. That's a legit skill.
Facts.
Yeah, well, I want them to legislate that stuff out of the league. I want to go to more Euroball. I want less of that nonsense, like flopping and falling over the place. Let's just hoop. Let's hoop. I'm with Ox on that. I want to see hoops.
They flop over there too.
Yeah, but this is different. Bro. This is wild.
Zero integrity. Zero integrity.
Like,
I mean, if I get fouled, and if I get fouled and a ref isn't going to call it unless I make it clear that I get fouled, that's why people flop. If refs call, some people flop when there's no contact. But if there's
did you see Embiid in game 1, the first game he came back, that little
when he walked into someone and flew back?
That's all it was, Swiper. It was a nudge, and he's on the sideline. Give me a break, man.
Gotta make the ref see that I got fouled. This one is not common. It's not hard to understand why they do it. If refs called every foul that actually happens, the game would be non-stop. So if they want to get their fouls called, and then they have to make it look like their progress was impeded. They couldn't have done anything else other than fall over. That's that because if they just
which one of us? Was that Ox that said players should be able to fight? Did he agree with Missoula?
I would never say that.
Who agreed with Missoula? Who was that? That's somebody up here.
I don't know.
They should. They might need to let them
that. Nobody wants to get punched.
Violence is never the answer, man.
They need
my thing with the fouling, it's like if you're gonna go and get a foul, like a shooting foul, and you're not really trying to score the basketball, you're just like that's corny.
Just like coaches,
you're not even trying to score. Your eyes are closed. You're just yelling and throwing. That shit's pitiful.
And coaches encourage that, Ox, because we've seen coaches. I've heard coaches in huddles when watching games. Coaches will say, coaches will say, "Yo, look to get a foul." Coaches encourage that sort of stuff. Yes, they do.
Well, no, the thing about it is like if the person guarding me and I know they have 3-4 fouls, I'm going at them. I'm going at. I'll attack them like you're supposed to, but I'm trying to score the basketball. I'm not gonna just go and just run into him and just, ref, he hit me and fall all over it. That's pitiful. That's pitiful. It's sad. No integrity.
No integrity does sound fair.
Whatsoever.
All right, y'all. We got a super chat from Realist123. He said, I remember before the season opener, I said Reeves will be the starting point guard and Connect will be the starting 2 guard. A certain somebody laughed at me and called me crazy. ... Chilltown. Lakers in 6.
Good luck.
Yeah, the Lakers, I don't see them winning. They need to make some moves. But shout out to Jay. I think JJ Redick's a good coach.
I think he is too. Yes, I do. I think JJ Redick is a damn good coach.
I think this team is just flawed. But they are 9-4 right now, so they are winning.
What are they, 4th or 5th in the West, something like that?
4th, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to the Lakers. I'm not very high on the ceiling of this team right now.
I think
right, you know who doesn't do that? Who when they go to the rim and they get hit and they
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. That's who does that. Plays with integrity.
Why did he miss 4 free throws in the 4th quarter the other night?
He does that sometimes.
Yeah, he should have had 50.
He was doing that all. You know how many times I was so mad at him last season for doing that? I remember how many games we lost. He was missing free throws in the 4th quarter. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he needs to lock in on that. But yes, shout out to De'Aaron Fox, man. Ethical hooper.
Which I didn't know, and De'Aaron Fox brought it to my attention. You know that your Sacramento Kings last season, y'all had the most 20-point leads blown last year than anybody else in the league.
I was holding him accountable for that too. I was really disappointed in that, and I was putting that on De'Aaron, solely on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah,
because he's that good, and he shouldn't. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron's gone. Come on, nice. Read the Superchat.
He says I gotta read the more expensive ones. Hunter, shout out the Raptors for the most ethical tank job ever. They are approaching this very well. I think Utah's ethically tanking too. Utah and Toronto are doing a very good job.
You know who's not ethically tanking? The Giants. They got Tommy DeVito starting a quarterback over Drew Lock.
Danny DeVito's son?
Tommy DeVito. You should see his peoples be. Yo, they got. I bullshit you not, Ox. They got Sopranos written all over them.
He was starting last season too, right?
Yes, he was, and 100% his people's got Sopranos written all over them. And turns out in the family we got a baller, we got a football player in the family. That's really what we got. But yeah, I couldn't have been more wrong about a guy than I was about Daniel Jones. I couldn't.
Wait, you were high on Daniel? When the draft?
There's a reason why they call him Danny Dimes. But then I started thinking to myself, and then I'm thinking, there's a history here. Okay, so the Giants drafted Dave Brown from Duke, garbage. Then they turn around and draft another Duke quarterback, Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, garbage. So
he had one year that was mid because of Saquon having an all-pro year, and then has been literally horrific every other year and got $160 million.
To this day, I can't say that I've been more wrong about a guy than I was about Daniel Jones, because I was high on Daniel Jones. I was. Nope. I was wrong. Completely wrong.
160 million. I mean, hey, shout out to you, man.
I think 80 of it was guaranteed.
Yeah, he's gone. He's over. It's over. It's wrapped. They're gonna get Cam Ward or Shador. It's over.
I mean, 80 million. I mean, hey, I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah, in New York, that's not none. Go ahead.
DSG Piccolo said, I saw someone say that the Raptors are tanking properly by losing close games. I look at my Blazers and we either get 40 balled or we beat you badly. No in between.
I don't think the Raptors.
Wait, chill. How do you say that? How's it supposed to be said?
Bust your ass.
No, that's not what you said. What's the other
way?
That's
not the same one.
Oh, no. No.
What's the other one? What's the other one? Chill.
Getting your ass. That's not the same thing. No, it's not the same. Busting your ass and getting in your ass is not the same thing. No, those two things are not the same. Not even close to the same. Yes. No, they're not close to the same. But I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think the Raptors are trying to lose. The fact that Scotty Barnes got hurt, that kind of threw a monkey wrench in what they was trying to do. I don't think that they were trying to actively lose. I don't. I think that they were trying to win games.
They should have beat the Celtics the other night.
They did.
They should have called that travel. That's what they should have done. But whatever.
And we go into double overtime, and then we got a different ball game. Yep, we got a different ball game. I don't think they actively trying to lose.
That's how you know someone's tanking well when you don't think they're trying to lose. That's how you know it's a good tank. When you think they're trying to win, that's when they tanking right. Shout out to the Raptors.
Mr. Aboriginal said, bump all that. Explain how the Mavs beat OKC
this game
as Kyrie or with Kyrie as the lead. Better offense and defense without Luka, and 7+ players had 10 or more points. The Mavs loved Kyrie's leadership.
They played together, didn't have nobody blame nobody for nothing. They looked way different.
I can't tell you how much Oklahoma City misses Chet. I can't tell you. He's the difference in everything that they're doing. Everything that they're doing.
I mean, they made the Mavs play small to close the game yesterday.
They did.
Like, it worked.
The Mavs,
they've been playing pretty good without him, though.
Mm-hmm.
They have been, but there's a difference between playing good without him and being a championship contender. I said to you, Ox, before the season started, I still thought that Oklahoma City was a year away from really competing for the NBA championship. I think with Chet out of the lineup, I take them out of contention and being a championship contender. I don't think that they can win it without
27 and 17 and from PJ Washington, and 5 of 10 from 3 and 10 and 10 from the free throw line.
Of that 27, I think 16 of it was in the first quarter. Yes, I think 16 of it was in the first quarter. They really missed.
I'm just saying, elevated PJ Washington role, all-star.
Or unless he's playing OKC 82
I was about to say
year,
that's what I was about to say, Mars. Unless they're going up against Oklahoma City, because he ain't doing that on a regular. No, he's not.
Did it in the playoffs.
PJ Washington has had 4 20-point games since April. And all four of them have come against OKC.
Yes.
Play better defense.
I don't know what to tell you. He just an OKC.
At some point, maybe you need to make him the number 1 option.
When they play OKC, give him the James Harden offense. Everything else, nah. But when they play OKC, yeah, that's when he decides he wants to be the best player of all time. So shout out to PJ Washington, man.
It's Hack Ira said the Nuggets look like a lottery team without Jokic, while Dallas beat OKC without Luka. Until Denver proves they can win a game without Jokic, they shouldn't be taken serious. Being that dependent is bad news.
No, it ain't. No, it is not. Because so what, you got a star that you're dependent on, and more teams win with that star than they don't.
Well, to be fair, Mars did say just 2 weeks ago that the 76ers would be proven to be that Jamal Murray is the best player.
We're wiping off the rust. We're wiping off the rust.
Because the 76ers were losing without Embiid, but as soon as Embiid gets back, they're gonna start winning, and they've looked dog water with Embiid. And then the Celtics can win without.
I said
the Mavs can win without Luka. The Thunder can win without SGA. I'm just looking at Denver and I'm saying, wow, they can't even get 95 points and 90 points.
I said they would go like
95 and 90 points
with Joel Embiid back. 12-4 is still on the table. All I need is for them to go 12-2.
He's out tonight, by the way, with an illness.
Of those 65 games,
when he plays, as long as they go 12-4, I'm gonna still be right. So as long as he plays,
he's out with an illness.
Yeah,
of those 65 games that the Celtics played last year, Jason Tatum, I think he missed 5 games last year. So they won what? 3 games.
Well, they had a winning record without him.
Right. So he only missed 5 games.
That's small of a sample. I mean,
yeah. I'm just saying they had a winning record. Jaylen Brown got the keys. He showed who he really was. But I do think that in this instance, if Aaron Gordon was there, more times than not, your star is going to carry you to wherever you're trying to go. More times. Well, except if you're the Celtics, yes.
That's not true. Okay, so how about we do this?
They were 7-1 last year. Jason Tatum. They were 7-1.
So he missed 8 games.
Yeah,
he played 77. What did he play? 70?
He played 74.
74.
I said 77. So
they were 7-1.
They were 7-1. Chill, yo. I can't beat them allegations. He's
you know what I'd like to do? I would really
ceiling ranger is what I'm hearing.
I'm glad you brought that up, Swipe, because I would really like to take this. I would really like to just take Jason Tatum off their crew and let's see what the Celtics do without him.
Apparently, they're going to win 72 games.
Yeah, let's do that then. Let's find out.
So chill. We agree he's a ceiling ranger then.
Let's take your no. He's not. He's not even a ceiling ranger.
No one said that. No one said that.
Let's take your leading scorer. Let's take your leading rebounder and your leading assist man. Let's take him off the crew and put KP back on the crew and let's see how far this crew goes.
Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, KP,
that crew right
Peyton
there.
Pritchard.
That's a playoff team in the East.
I don't know what to tell you.
They're worse than number 3 seed. Say what you want, Chill. At worst, they are a number 3 seed without Tatum.
I wonder if they win the NBA championship though.
No, in the East last year, they could have made the finals with that run last year.
I wonder if they win the
chill. No Donovan Mitchell for half the series. No Jared Allen. No Jimmy Butler, and then no Holly. You don't think that team could have won? They could have. Do you definitively say they could not have made the finals without JT
last season?
Yes, versus that run they had.
Yes,
they would have made or would have not made.
I don't think they would have. No.
Who would have beat them? Which of those injured hampered teams would have beat them?
I don't know. You know why? Because he was there. So
okay. I got you. Okay. So only you can do hypotheticals then. All right, I got it.
Probably the Cavs though, Swiper.
Without Donovan Mitchell
and Jaron.
Yeah. The
Cavs. Evan Mobley post ups is beating me. Look, listen, chill. I told you like to argue. You don't even want to admit. You don't even want to admit that they would have made the final without JT last year. That's what I'm saying.
Said that I was wrong on J. I just said I was wrong on.
They might have taken the Mavs to 7. Who knows? 38. I don't need a 38% from the field shooters. Take them off the court. Give Steve Kerr the keys. I guarantee he can make Peyton Pritchard
pretty confident. I think Ewing shot 38% from the floor against Lodge.
And they never won. Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Bricks.
Even though they took them to 7 games, but all right.
Bricks.
Mm-hmm. Shots
all white bricks.
Yo. I gotta swipe up out of here. The swipe was clowning today. I'm talking about fries in the bottom. All right. Jaleel West said, are we gonna talk about how Shaq ducked the White's offer to box? And Ron, what happened to PC boxing? We never got PC boxing because Ox was scared to box ticket. Mars was scared to box.
Hey, Ron, we not don't do that.
And you was ducking low, but that's what happened on the PC side. I don't know about Shaq and Dwight.
Are we going to talk about Shaq ducking Dwight's opportunity to box? No, we ain't talking about that. No, how the hell you want 50? It'd be 52 I'm sorry, 53 in March. Yeah, you want to talk about Shaq boxing Dwight Howard? Dudes just want to argue. You just want to see fights. I can't. I saw this thing on Twitter. They have this thing now called phone booth boxing. We are the most violent species in the world. There is no species more violent than us. Phone booth boxing.
We had gladiators for quite a long time, and we had Mandingos for a long time too. So yes, obviously we are very violent people.
Phone booth boxing.
Yeah, that's what the term.
That's not even nor there. Chill.
That's what they were called.
We more violent than.
You never heard of a Mandingo warrior? Are you?
We more violent than alligators. We more violent than sharks.
They don't do it for fun.
They hunt to survive, bro.
Yeah, now chimpanzees will fight sometimes, but for the most, that is true. That is biologically true.
They will fight you outside. You was hanging on my branch, so I'm gonna fight you just off that.
Yeah, correct.
No, they're territorial. No, like the dead chimpanzees will eat other like monkeys because you're in their territory. It's like they will do that. 1,000%.
Stop being messy, bro. On top of that, I sent ticket to contract. I had that boxing contract typed up. We had the entertainment lawyer and everything.
Send me the contract.
It's you're not the draw ticket is, bro. Ain't no money in that.
Ain't no money in getting knocked out. You right.
Ain't no money in that.
All right, y'all. MP13 said drawing a foul is a skill, but I'm ready for them to give offensive fouls or techs for flopping because if I watch AD or Embiid flop one more time, I'm just gonna stop watching. Lakers and 76ers game.
Turn off Sixers games.
I was about to say this. You gotta stop watching them then, brother.
Yeah, you're not gonna see the Sixers without Joel flopping. Also, Joel not playing tonight, it seems. So
do you I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. What's your record right now, Mars?
2-10.
It's bad.
Are they guaranteed to make the playoffs this year? I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling.
Guaranteed. Have you seen the East? They're like 3 games back of Tennessee. They'll be fine.
Yeah,
the Sixers are gonna have 20 losses before they have 10 wins.
That's fine. And then they go on a 5-game winning streak at a 5 seed. Like the East stinks. They're gonna make it. The Pistons are the 5 seed right now.
You seen the clip? People were upset with me because I said that Joel isn't the dog that Shaquille O'Neal was, and then he comes in and he flops 5 times straight. And I'm like, true. The proof is in the pudding. Mind you, I wasn't trying to disrespect Joel in that clip, But I'm just saying he's not the dog that Shaquille O'Neal is. I don't think that's really up for debate.
Let's let him win a chip this year, man. He better than Shaq.
Joel FC, we turning the noise up.
I'm gonna be unbearable if they win.
How is he gonna win the chip this year?
Don't worry about that.
Unbearable. If somehow it happens, Jerry McCain.
He got to start using Jerry McCain's fingernail polish, and he'll be all right.
Dude, if you think you're going to be unbearable, Mars, let the Celtics win it again and Jason Tatum wins the Finals MVP. You think you're going to be unbearable? I'm going to be impossible.
Hey, chill. I'm not going to lie to you.
I am going to be impossible.
It's more likely we're going to be back in part 2 of this because Tatum's not going to shoot well, but people.
I promise
saying, but he's not going to shoot well. It's more than likely not going to happen.
Impossible to deal
with. But then it's probably going to have to end up being.
What are you going to say that you can't? You're not going to say he's better than Jokic. You're not going to say he's better than.
Mars, what are you going to say if Joel Embiid was the NBA champion?
He better shot.
Then I'm going to say.
What are you going to say?
Exactly. I'm going the same place with you, Mars. I'm going the exact same place.
Well, he's better than Bird. He's better than Bird.
Oh, I'm gonna take it a step further than that. He's the best player in the league. How about that? He's the best player in the league.
So you just gonna lie to everybody?
I'm doing that.
Yeah, Steve, you gonna lie. I'm gonna be spitting truths.
You ain't gonna be spitting.
So you just gonna lie.
So if you taking it there, I'm taking it there too.
How many times Shaq averaged 35? How many times?
I got your back on that one, Chill. I'm with you on that. I'm gonna get on that.
If you taking it there, I'm doing it too.
All right. Well, one's a lot more likely than the other. Shout out to Joel Embiid FC.
All I know is if Hallie or Trae Young go back to the Eastern Conference Finals,
Superchat.
Just the Eastern Conference Finals. That's all we need.
Mars, get rid of him. Mars,
please, let him the hell.
Ron just wanted to feel involved. I don't even know why.
That's it. That's all you want.
I appreciate y'all for keeping me around.
Go home, Roger.
Boo.
Yo, I feel like this is a good time.
Weak as hell.
Since I'm being booed, I think we should praise some other people that need recognition. Well, yes, DeAaron Fox, but some better people. You know, like Hall of Famers. You know, like Cobra Son of Raditz, Multi Kenny, Hunting Gilgores, the GOAT KT. Salute to you guys. Salute to our Hall of Famers, and shout out to all of our members, and specifically our new members like Quan, Mr. Aboriginal, 20 Hardaway. J Dot, shout out J Dot, y'all know J Dot, G King, and Nabby Ling.
So good they named him twice.
Shout out to all of them, and then I got some members chats as well. Nate R has been a member for 19 months, but today he felt like saying El host dub chat. I agree. Rod has been a member for 4 months. He said Cade is entering the top 6 PG conversations.
4th in triple doubles, I think, this year. 4th. Had another one yesterday.
Definitely not
21, 10, and 10 yesterday.
Confident he's not entering top 6 point guard conversations. But I am curious to talk to Penn about Cade Cunningham.
No.
And I want to have the Cade Cunningham Trey Murphy conversation. Because apparently,
no. Why is it top 6? Why is it not top 5?
Because he probably thinks there's a solidified top 5, so that I don't know.
You replace what's Cade Cunningham's number again? 2. You replace 2 with 5. We'll see.
But yeah, Cade really, really good. I don't know what to. So if only someone was watching the Pistons and saw that. I don't know.
He's not ahead of.
Hey, they're all I know is they're the 4 seed right now. I believe.
Yeah, they don't suck, yo. We got to stop talking about Detroit like they garbage. They don't suck.
You said they were going to be garbage, just like you said the Nets were going to be garbage.
Yep, I did say that, and I got to come off that. Yep.
You got to walk a lot of stuff back. You got to walk a lot of stuff back.
I got to come off that in particular. In particular, the Brooklyn Nets. I thought the Brooklyn Nets were going to be the worst team in the league. I'm still standing on that because it's still
standing.
Early.
How you standing? How you standing on it? They don't even look like the worst. They're not even close to looking like the worst team.
I don't unless they get to trade some people. They're not. Yeah. They can't possibly be worse than Washington.
I thought the Trailblazers were going to be bad. I thought the Trailblazers were going to be bad. I thought the Jazz were going to be bad. I thought Brooklyn was going to be the worst team in the East, behind Washington. I did. I thought they were going to be the worst.
Did you see what they just did to Washington yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like a plus. The starting 5 was like a plus 25 on.
Yeah,
average.
They beat them by 20. Yeah, they did. They destroyed them. Yep, I saw that.
Kent Lipscomb Jr. has been a member for 19 months. Kent said, "Watch how my boy Castle enters this convo by next year." # Spurs Nation.
Castle's not. He's gonna be better. Is he gonna be better than Devin?
Point guards. That's what we talking
about.
Devin
who? Vassell?
Yes.
No. He gonna be there a long time though. That's their big three. Stephen Castle.
Respect
Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy Sohan. Yeah, I forgot about Jeremy because he's been hurt. They got four core pieces.
He about to be in that Trae Young package.
No, I'm not. If Trae Young does become available, I don't know why. I'd get rid of Devin before I got rid of Stephen Castle.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Ox, do you need Trae Young when you have CP3?
Fred VanVleet had 28 last night.
No, yeah, he's trying to get his trade value up.
We get into the end of November if he keep hooping.
I said it. Hey, Chill, what did I say? Chill? Through November, CP3 gonna be better. And y'all laughed at me. Every single one of y'all casuals.
November, we still got 12 days. We still got 12 days.
We halfway through the month. We got 12
days for me to be right. If he averaged 25 the rest of the month.
Look, you might be the PC champion. You ain't the people's champion though.
Swipe-a-vitch. Jordan Majors said, chill. I'm not blaming Tibbs. I'm saying, how sustainable is this? This is one of my concerns with these trades because we can't make it through the year like this.
You see, Josh Hart did not come out in the second half yesterday.
Played the whole second half.
As he shouldn't. Josh Hart is extremely important for the New York Knicks. A very good player.
I just wonder who, in terms of like he said, is it sustainable? I mean, what other direction are we going in? It's going to have to be because they don't have the rotation guys to go deep into the bench. Like Mitchell Robinson, he's not going to play heavy minutes when he comes back. And, Coach Tibbs is really cool on Precious Achura. He don't play Precious as much as he should. And Tibbs has never been one of those guys that digs deep into the bench. He's always been one of those guys who's had guys that have been in the top 10 in the league, top 5 in the league in minutes. So
is Precious back?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. He gonna play Precious this year though.
He doesn't have. Yes, Jericho Sims. Like anyone needs to play over him. But if they need players, Houston got some players who don't get no minutes. I'm just saying, we got some players. We be willing to entertain. We got a Jock Lando. We got a Jay Sean Tate. For some reason, Cam Whitmore still not playing, but we don't have him. But we do have a Jay Sean Tate and a Jock Lando. And if they want, we have a Jack McVay. So we have some players.
So Mars, Sims is gonna have to be in that deal.
No. We're talking about Jalen Brunson. No. I guess not.
Not the way that works, sir.
I was trying with Jericho the other day on playback.
Yeah, it wasn't good, was it? It wasn't a good experience.
Speaking of playback,
we're gonna give him another one. We're gonna give him another one, Mars. We're gonna give him another audition.
Speaking of playback, it is a Houston Rockets game tonight versus the best player in the NBA tonight, and you guys should pull up and check that game out.
We don't play the Rockets.
No, we playing the Bucks. He's trying to say Giannis the best player in the world. Yeah, shout out to the Bucks. They're gonna come out with a vengeance after how they got robbed against the Hornets. So they're gonna come out angry. They're gonna come out fighting. We're gonna see how our defense holds up against Giannis. We know obviously Dylan Brooks gonna be guarding him. Then we're gonna have Şengün rim protection. We're gonna see what happens. I'm hoping for a win. We're on a 5-game winning streak right now, and if we can beat the Bucks,
Bobby Porter's about to hand y'all that L.
Is that the proper way to go, or does Jabari need to be able to match up?
Oh yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, Jabari could match up with Giannis, but his foot speed has just not been up to par so far this season. He's not going to be able to stay in front. Yeah, he's not going to be able to stay in front. So it'll probably be Dylan, then you'll have Jabari and Şengün on the back line, and then you'll have like Jalen and Fred just trying not to be too small. But then we'll bring in Amen and Tariq, and then we'll start locking things up. Get out in transition. As we know, the Bucks, their guard defense, their perimeter defense is egregious. I need Fred VanVleet to be hitting tonight. I need Jalen Green to be hitting tonight. Şengün might have a tough go of it because they're going to collapse on him all the time. So if he makes the right reads and we kick out, we should get open threes. Jabari, I need you to be hitting. Last night we didn't make threes. So if we make threes tonight, we should win. But us making threes is a prayer. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah. 45, 15, 7 assists.
I can see that. I can see that happening in a loss.
Well, no, because Damian Lillard is expected to return too. So
he gave us 70.
We go 30 from Dame too, and
yeah. I remember Dame giving the Rockets 70. Jalen Green ain't play, otherwise that would have never happened.
All right, y'all. 4. Oh yeah. Well, pull up the playback later tonight and watch that game with me and Mars. Mars will be in the chat.
We'll see.
4.
If it's you there, I don't know if I'm gonna be in the chat, but we'll see.
All right. 4 Fizzy said PJ Demon home. We own the T-Wolves and OKC. Once we trade Clay for Cam Johnson and Maxey for Larry Nance Jr., we win in the West and lose into Boston in 6 this time.
Ooh, one extra game. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Klay Thompson stuff. As most people predicted, I just don't think the Luka, Kyrie, Clay three-man lineup is great. I think you got to play 2 of them at a time. I don't think all 3 of them make sense.
You can play Kyrie and Clay.
Yeah, I stand with you. I agree. But you got to play 2 of the 3. You can't all of them on the court at the same time. I just don't see it. Personally, I just don't see it. So, but we'll see what they do.
Pimp named Slickback said, "Nah, we definitely tanking now. Sean Marks was at the Duke and Rutgers game this weekend. We not even trying to hide it at this point. Commitment to tank is crazy."
That's why he told Ben Simmons to tone it down. That's why he was trash against the Knicks. Yeah. Yeah. Interested to see who Cooper Flag goes to. Interesting.
Imagine if Sean Marks was the only NBA guy at the Rutgers game. I wonder who else was there. I'm pretty sure that there were other teams there in addition to Sean Marks.
I guarantee Brad Stevens was in there. I guarantee
100% Brad Stevenson was in the building.
Brad Stevens was in there. Guarantee Brad Stevens.
I bet he was there.
What's he watching for? He ain't getting no Cooper Flag.
And he doesn't have to get Cooper Flag, but
they're there to see somebody though. Maybe not.
Absolutely. Yes. Somebody else is on that crew.
He always could just be there just to watch. Like, it's good.
Just to watch hoops.
It was good hoops.
I don't know how I feel about Ace Bailey though. I'm gonna be honest.
I like Ace.
You know why, Mars? Because I got a scout on my rock. I got a scout with the Boston Celtics. I got a scout that's telling me, "Yo, I think our rebounder for the next 4 or 5 years, I think he plays for Rutgers."
Mm-hmm.
How about that? I think our rebounder, just like the Portland Trailblazers head scout went to the front office and said, "Yo, our point guard, he's in Utah. Who he plays for the University of Utah? No, he plays for Weber State. That's our point guard for the next 10 years. That's what scouting is. So we don't have to have the scouts go down just to see Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. No. Or the Harper kid. No. There's other guys down there that can help us.
Your boy's name's Pettiford, right?
Yes.
And his son play for Auburn?
Yes.
That boy got go.
He can go.
I know you had mentioned him a couple times, but I seen his name and then it all kind of clicked, and I was like, "Oh, this is the Pettiford guy that Chill been talking about."
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be on somebody draft board.
Taha Pettiford. Yep.
Yeah, he a small guard though. I think he's 6'2",
6'1".
6'1". Yeah, but he for sure got some go.
So is Sharif Cooper. Yeah, he was tough at Auburn, so
Sharif still should be in the league, but I ain't gonna get on that. Hey, I just know how I trip on Sharif. Hey. But all right. Let's get back to these super chats. Mr. Aboriginal said, also, shout out to the Detroit Pistons. They are 5th in the East, and the Lions are 9-1. We want our respect, Pin. We better than your Raptors.
The Pistons are better than Toronto.
Cade Cunningham is looking like a better prospect than Scotty Barnes. All right.
All right, Swiper.
Scotty Barnes hasn't played in a while, so that was random. But
we just had to get that jab off.
Cade nice. I'm still waiting for the Star Thompson comeback. So that's when Detroit gonna be the number 3 seed. Yeah.
Detroit at 3 seed? What?
They're like 2 games back right now. They're like 2 games back.
That's insane.
They're 2-0 in the in-season tournament, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who said they were top in that group?
Hold on, wait. I gotta pull this up. I know I got it.
Who said they were top in the group, man? Who had the vision? You guys wanted to hate on my Pistons, man. You guys wanted to hate on my Pistons.
MP13 said the Nuggets might as well swap out Jamal for Ron. Who? Ron Holland?
No, you.
I'm here for it. They said they might be better. Jamal is never going to beat the quote unquote he's Jokic made allegations. He's a bum.
That's crazy to call it.
Guess Penny Hardaway a bum too, because Jamal bad.
Kendrick Jenkins said, why do people understand the offensive impact / scalability that guys like Curry or KD have with their off-ball play? Yet for AD, it's always a knock.
I don't even think they fully understand with KD and Steph, to be honest. But sorry, go ahead.
And he plays for the Lakers. It's that Laker effect. 100%. It's that Laker effect, and he's a big guy more than anything.
I mean, sometimes the Lakers rep can help you. I just think when you play next to, I've been on the side of Anthony Davis has been the Lakers' best player for like the last 2-3 seasons. I've been saying that. But when you play next to LeBron, you're not the best player on the team. You're never going to get that love. You're never going to get that.
Even if you are.
Yeah, you're not going to get that label. So AD is still the second best player on the Lakers, which means that he's the one who's going to get more of the blame when things don't go well and all of those things. So it's not everything he does, the value is diminished, and then everything he doesn't do is amplified, in my opinion. It's less the Lakers thing, more of a he plays next to LeBron thing. And I'm not blaming LeBron for the attention he gets. The media and the fans are the ones I'm blaming, not LeBron.
As long as James is around, it's always going to be James. As long as he's around,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Mask said, "Fire Acme." We know who this is.
Yeah, that's dude for the Bulls.
Okay.
But I think when he says that he's talking about, I believe, because he said it on Saturday. I think it's the whole front office.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So fire the whole Bulls front office. He said doesn't value picks when going into a rebuild, plus makes bad draft picks. Bulls fans watching, please don't go to games. And then thoughts on the Nuggets Luka report?
What's the Nuggets Luka report?
I don't know what the Nuggets
Luka going to Dallas.
I've seen it. The Nuggets tried to trade up to get Luka in the draft in 2018. Josh Giddey is one of the worst defenders in the NBA. Yeah, he's bad. I'm not very.
He said himself, if I was Billy Donovan, I wouldn't play me. He said that.
He's bad.
Yes, he said that. He's on record saying that if I was Billy Donovan, I wouldn't play me. Yes, he said that, Ron. And I mean the draft picks that the Bulls have had. I mean, I think they hit on Kobe White. I think they missed on Patrick Williams.
They hit on Ayo.
I think they hit on Ayo.
I think they stole about Buzelis.
Yeah, I think they stole him.
They hit on Matas.
I think Matas gonna be good. So.
I think they hit on him too. So we'll see. I just think that with the Bulls organization, very much like what was going on with the Knicks, if you just be honest with the people and let them know exactly what it is you're doing, it's time to move off of Zach LaVine. It's time to move off of Vooch. Start over. And you're starting over with Josh Giddey. You're starting over with Kobe White. And you're starting over with Buzelis. Say that.
This is the best trade value Vooch going to have, too, because he's been
It's the best trade value that he's going to have. Stop acting like this is a playoff team. Stop stringing these guys along, thinking that you guys are going to be competitive. And you're not. Y'all not.
Worldwide Mace TV sent through an empty super chat, but he followed up by saying, "I'm chuckling because at this point, I know we all remember Swiper saying Jamal was better than Jaylen Brown."
I do remember that.
That was a conversation.
He was just playing. He didn't mean that.
Nah, you don't remember? Everyone was on that Jamal. Most people were on that Jamal Murray hype train because what he was doing in the postseason. Everyone was glazing.
Best point guard in the league, top 5 point guard in the league, top 20 player in the league. Mm-hmm. Top 20 player in the league. That was going on. That was a real conversation. That was a serious conversation.
DSG Piccolo said, so basically, the Kings stopped a Nuggets dynasty by letting them trade up for Luka. This is why Swiper not letting Fox get more than 25 minutes. LOL.
Oh, he mad. Yeah. I mean, Luka and Jokic defense. That's a nice defense to do it right there. I like that. It's elite defense.
It's Hack Ira said top 15 players so far: Joker, Giannis, AD, Tatum, KD, Bron, Shea, D. Mitch, and Wemby, Steph, Chet, Paolo, Kyrie, Luka. DG isn't there yet.
When's the last time Paolo played?
Yeah, he's been out for a month almost. He missed. He played the first 2 games of the season, and we ain't seen him since. But he's a top 15 player. Same thing with KD.
I want everyone to acknowledge what Franz Wagner's doing in Paolo's absence.
He's going off
right now. Mars, what I paid attention to the most, what I pay attention to the most, because you brought this to my attention. It's like just so you guys know, stuff gets brought to my attention, and I put stuff on other people's minds. Mars brought to my attention the driver that Franz is, the guy who gets to the rim. He might be one of the better bigs to get to the rim in the league. There's not a lot of guys that get to the rim like him. There's not a lot. And
well, I wouldn't call him a big. He's just big, you know.
Yeah, he a wing, but he's 6'10".
I mean, 6'10".
He might be 6'11". He's huge.
So that's what I'm talking about. So at 6'10", 6'11", getting to the rim the way he gets to the rim, I ain't putting him in the same category with guys like Giannis. No, I don't think he's the driver like James. I'm not going to go that far. But there aren't many guys, especially at that size, that get to the rim the way he does. I think he clears guys like Vooch at getting to the rim. I think he clears those guys. I don't think it's a question.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, but
he's not in the conversation with those guys. He size-wise, like he's the same height as them, but he's not those guys. He's Jason Tatum. He's Kevin Durant. He's LeBron James. He's a wing. That's what he is. He's a wing. He's just tall, but he's not a big. He's not Vucevic. He's not Jokic. He's not those guys. He's just a wing who's really tall. Really, really, really good. I'm not saying he's as good as Jason Tatum and those guys, by the way. If someone somehow wants to misinterpret that.
No, we're not doing that. All I'm saying is him getting to the rim. I noticed how well he gets to the rim, especially with his weak hand.
We can start talking about that. That kid is an amazing basketball player.
Yeah, he is. There's a reason why
he is very good at basketball. Yeah. It's not a fluke. And I know people want to discredit him because of the playoffs last year, but Franz Wagner, amazing. And
everybody goes through that in the playoffs, y'all.
I still stand on the fact that I think he's their best player. Like, he is really good.
I do want to say this is good for the Magic. Like, Paulo having to miss an extended period of time and Franz having to step up and be the number one. Jalen Suggs having to step up and bring offensive production. It's been up and down for him, but him having to step up and just be a point guard, shoot more shots, take more initiative, and just all those other guys too. Like, this helps a young team. Anthony Black having to step in and do more. All of these guys, it helps them as a whole. So when Paulo comes back, it's like, all right, we've already taken on a bigger role. Now Paulo's just going to come back and help him even more.
Franz really good.
Yes, he is. I think when they get Paulo back, that dynamic of him being a playmaker and passer, I think that's going to make Orlando even better than what they already are.
Jordan Majors said the Cavs doubled down on depth and versatility while my Knicks went all in on a top heavy roster. That could have been us if we stuck with our guns. Shaking my head.
What guns are those?
That team from last year. So if they stayed away from the Cat and Mikal Bridges trades, I think the Cat trade made sense, kind of, presuming health of Mitch Robinson. But the Mikal Bridges trade, I didn't like that trade, and it was also because we ended up being implicated in that trade too by giving the Nets back that picks. So that's why I really hated it. But I don't think that trade was a very good.
Poor Knicks. Dirty 30 said Gil was doing it in the dead ball era, so the numbers will not look the same. She'll be disingenuous.
I ain't trying to hear that dead ball era shit. The Phoenix Suns were shooting 25 threes a game.
Gil was putting up. Well, Gil was averaging like 30, right?
Yeah. Dead ball. I'm so sick of hearing that dead ball era shit. Like, guys weren't shooting the long ball back then. Yes, they were, and teams were. So don't get me wrong now. You know, I just saw Jason Tatum shoot 18 threes in a game. I saw LaMelo Ball shoot 18 threes in a game, and Phoenix shot 25.
Wemby shoot 16, too.
Yeah, I saw Wemby shoot 16 threes. But, you know, teams were shooting the long ball back then. That was going on. That was 100% going on.
Still a lot different. Still a lot more though, chill. Like
the volume 100%, Ox. It's not today what it was. It's not then what it is today. Not that part I won't argue. But guys were getting up shots. That was going on.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what's crazy to me, Chills. At that point, we thought they were shooting a lot of threes. Like, damn, y'all shooting a lot of threes. And now it's like it's insane.
Well, we talked about the Warriors in the 15-16 Warriors at that time, the best offense in the history of the league. If they played today, they're last in the league in offense. At the bottom of the league.
I think the Warriors, the 2016 Warriors, I think would be like last in the NBA in 3-point attempts if they played in today's game.
Think about that.
Yeah, very, very interesting how
the bottom of the league. With KD and Curry and Klay Thompson.
Dirty 30 said Harden changed the game, or Harden changed how the game is played around the free throw line. ... I watched Paul Pierce do step backs for a career.
No,
we don't
I already spoke on that. I even brought up Paul Pierce by name. I never said James Harden was the first to do step backs. Never even implied that. I actually went all the way back to the 80s and started bringing up guys who were doing step backs. So
Bird was doing that.
Yeah, I said him by name too. So
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith was doing step backs for sure. Gilbert Arenas was doing step backs. Steve Nash was doing step backs. A lot of people were doing step backs.
Yeah,
Julius Irvin said, "When Ticket gonna get out his feelings and get back on the panel? Hashtag bring Ticket back."
I've enjoyed not having headaches recently.
There you go. One Unemployment said, "Dub Chill, Dub Ox, Dub Mars, Dub Swipe, L Ron." Shout out to LDBC and all my groupies in the chat. And that's from L Unemployment. That's not One Unemployment, y'all. That's L Unemployment.
L Ron for sure.
100% garbage.
Nabby Ling said, who was leading the league in 3-point self-creation and ISO before Harden revolutionized it?
I'd have to look up the 3-point self-creation stuff, but isolation was Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant religiously. Those two were leading the league, and those two were leading the league in isolations.
Steve Nash was cracking the long ball too. He wasn't cracking it at the volume that those guys were, but he was a pretty good isolation 3-point shooter.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
He wasn't James Harden. I'm not saying that, but I'm just thinking about guys who actually were isolation 3-point shooters. I mean, Dale Ellis was an isolation 3-point shooter, but he was more of a catch and shoot guy than he was an isolation 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I'd have to start looking up 3-point assist number. I can't be bothered to look that up. But isolation was Melo and Kobe. I assure you of that.
Super chat from someone who wants to remain anonymous. Someone who wants to remain anonymous said, "It's funny how Swiper starts talking about the Cavs, but he's bringing up the Celtics. What's that got to do with them? They have the same record as OKC."
He was bringing up the Celtics to say they're not going to be the number 1 seed. Which it's not looking like they will be, but we can't talk about the Cavs today. Ron said they were off limits. We got to talk about the Cavs tomorrow.
We'll talk about them tomorrow.
We can't. We probably won't talk about them tomorrow either. Nobody cares about the Cavs.
I agree, but I mean, here we are.
But shout out
to Ohio. I bet you if the goddamn Indiana Pacers was 15-0, we'd be talking about them, wouldn't we, Ron?
Yeah, but they not 15-0 because that point guard who I tried to praise Tyrese Halliburton, and I was like, "Hey man,
that's what happened. You started praising him."
Yeah, I didn't even praise him that much. I just said I think he's pretty good, and it turns out he's not pretty good. He's trash. That's the problem. I just said he's pretty good, and I was wrong. So like, damn.
Right.
My bad.
Goodness.
Well, all I know is we got to win last night.
They need to trade Tyrese, man.
All right, here we go. Trade him back to Zach.
Fred VanVleet's available. I'm just letting you know.
No, because I got to start TJ McConnell.
Red, Amin, and Tari.
Jabari Smith available.
Throw Jabari in there too. Fred Amin, Jabari.
Yeah, I don't know why you saying them. I don't know why you praising Jesus mid trade. I don't know why you saying amen.
How Mars is
I don't know what you're doing. Like we not doing
Mars
this.
is trying to dump his dirty laundry on you guys. You know,
I don't know why this man's like, amen.
Get rid of his guys.
What we doing? We're not doing that.
Yeah, take him too. Yeah, take this too. Mars,
I'm just saying, if they want an NBA champion with experience in the postseason who could have won the Finals MVP, got that one vote from QB Brown.
We got it. We got an NBA champion. We'll be all right.
Straight, Ron.
Capo said, "Ox, have you noticed how much more Cat is playing out of the post for the Knicks? Been hooping on all 3 levels. Big per, all NBA this season."
Do y'all like him more over here? Like specifically his style of play? Do y'all like him more with the Knicks than y'all did?
Offensively, yes. There's more space. He's being used more. Jordan's gonna come on here saying, "I was right." See, kept posting up. But yeah, I think offensively it's a great fit. Defensively, but offensively it's a great fit. So I think this is the best Cat's looked offensively in my opinion in his career. He looks amazing.
Number wise, and this is box score watching. I haven't watched Cat play a lot, but I've seen him play a little bit. But number wise, he's averaging 26, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's shooting 50% from 3.
Is he leading them in scoring this year?
Gotta be. Jalen Brunson's not averaging more than that.
He's not averaging 26 a game, I don't think.
Jalen Brunson averaging 24. What a bum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out to Cap. 26.
Pimp named Slickback said rough Sunday for the 49ers.
We had them dudes beat. We did. We had them beat. But in the end, our defense couldn't hold up.
Gino just a bad boy. That's it.
Yeah, our defense couldn't hold up. But for the record, I mean, if we since we being honest,
oh, chill. We don't got it. We don't need the record. Chill.
I just want to make sure that y'all remember. Just so you know, Ox, that's the first time they beat us in 3 years. Just want to put that out there.
So we're moving on from the past. It's like we got a bright future.
Right. Okay. Put it out there. It's the first time they beat us in 3 years. Amen. So that includes the playoffs.
Shout out K9 and Byron Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Mo sent through a super chat. He said Harden is the greatest shooter I've ever seen. Dub GOAT.
Yeah, Steph doesn't count. That was James Harden's word. Steph doesn't count. James
he
Harden
might be right. Yeah, he right. Like that dude, we ain't talking about him. It's me, and then it's everybody. It's me and everybody else. Like that.
Yeah,
dude
Steph in a different conversation.
And he's right.
Yeah, he by himself in that room, just lonely. No one else.
It's me, Ray Allen, and the rest of us. And then it's Steph. He over there. No.
Who's 4 full-time? Is Dame 4 full-time injuries?
Yes, I think it is Dame.
I know Reggie's been getting passed up, just left and right. But
does Dame catch? Does he catch James?
James.
Keep in mind, Dame's a little younger too. Or no,
maybe
he's that much younger.
Let me see.
I think he's 2 years older. He's 2 years younger.
Dame is 34.
He's 300 behind. So can he make up a 300 threes gap? James Harden's 35. James Harden's 35. Dame did all 4 years in college. Yeah. James did all 4 years in college. So James coming out as a freshman. James was a freshman.
They both graduated 07.
No, James came out as a sophomore.
Okay. There's like a 1 year difference, I think. I think James 34, James Harden's 35.
James Harden's 35.
Yeah, but I'm positive.
Dame is 34. Dame is 34.
I'm positive out of high school that graduated together. I'm pretty sure they both graduated 07.
And by the way,
Dame's freshman year was 08-09, so he graduated in 08.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Yeah.
And Klay Thompson is going to pass Reggie Miller before the season's over.
Yeah, everyone.
What number is that on the list?
5.
Number 5. Yeah, he's currently 27 threes. I'm sorry, 37 threes behind Reggie. I don't know if Klay gonna hit 37 threes the way he been shooting. He looking kind of whack.
Oh, chill. That's gonna happen. That's gonna come.
Clay would be number 2 on this list if he ain't get hurt.
As a matter of fact, that's about to come by Thanksgiving.
Yes, sure, 100%. He would be.
I just want the record to show LeBron's gonna pass Reggie Miller this year. So
is he?
That's a shooter.
You think so, Mars?
He's 119 away. Yes,
that's what I was about to say. You think he got 100? You think he got 100 more threes in him this season? 120 more threes in him this season?
LeBron's a shooter.
That's like 40 games. Yeah, he's gonna make 119.
This is crazy.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let me see.
I know one thing. I'm not about to listen to these type of conversations. I just want to. I want to make sure that we don't.
No one is saying LeBron's a better shooter than Reggie, but
right. I just want to say that
because
we all please just agree as together, us 4 together. Can we please agree that we never even troll that? Like we never do that here.
I can't promise that.
Please,
I promise.
I can't promise. I'm not going. I can't promise when it happens.
For what it's worth, Bron is shooting 43% on the season.
I mean, Ron, stop, yo.
I'm not. This has nothing to do with Reggie Miller. I'm not playing. I'm not. Come on, y'all ain't never heard me troll on something like that. I'm praising Bron right now.
How many times Reggie Miller?
I'm proud that Bron shoot 43% from the trip.
How many times?
We do respect that. We do that. We got to respect his percentage this season for sure, but please, 100%. Let's just not go too far.
How many times has Reggie Miller shot 43%? That's a genuine question.
I think he might have done it once, maybe. I think you might have done it once.
I'm just noticing. I don't want to say. I'm just noticing. Okay, interesting. Cool, interesting.
I think he might have done it once. I think James shot 40 at the long ball line. He did it in 13. He did it last year, which was his highest, and now he's doing it again this year. So that's 3 times. I know he shot over 35% like 8 times, something crazy like that, like 8 or 9 times. He shot over 35%. So,
when he passes Reggie Miller, we will revisit this very important.
You'll revisit this, Mars.
No, we will not.
Yes, and I will make sure you guys
not.
revisit it with me.
Mars, just shoot me a text in advance. I'll schedule my dentist appointment that day.
Mine too. We have
to have the conversation. I don't know what to tell you. We have to have.
No, we do not, Mars.
Hey, you know what? You know, Mars. Okay, we can talk about it. We could just talk. But let's not go too far, y'all.
Wait a minute. So Ox, so is Draymond a better long ball shooter than Bird? So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Let's make sure, because this is what we're doing.
You gotta ask the question, yo.
This is what we're doing now.
Well, I know when Draymond passed Bird, I know I said he was better than Bird. I know that.
What I'm talking about.
I know
That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Ox. So when you do stuff like you want to have a conversation, this is what we got to deal with. This is it.
But chill though. Draymond is shooting the tray ball at 45% this year.
Exactly. How many times Larry Bird shoot 45%?
Never.
Okay, I'm just
saying. But hold up though, Draymond shooting 3.5 this year.
And how many times Larry Bird shoot 3.5? How many times Larry Bird shoot 3.5?
This is why this is tricky, Ox. And the reason why this is tricky is because when you get yourself in this rabbit hole, it takes years off your life. Because then we got stuff like, just so you know, just last season, Steph Curry just passed Scottie Pippen all time on the scoring list, which means that before last season, according to this logic, Scottie Pippen was a better scorer than Steph Curry.
You should have raised the conversation. If you raised it, we would have to talk about
it. Is DeMar DeRozan still ahead? DeMar DeRozan still ahead of Steph?
I don't think so. I think Steph just passed him because DeMar DeRozan missed a couple.
This is the kind of stuff that takes years off your life when we doing this kind of stuff. Because
I can't afford to take years off my life. I got big plans.
Me neither, yo. I'm closer. I can tell you right now, I'm closer to the end than I am the beginning. So when I gotta hear stuff like Draymond, Green is a better long ball shooter than Larry Bird, I promise you, I'm gonna chill.
I don't get it. So all the numbers say that Draymond better, but somehow he's not better. Like, whoa,
I'm merely just praising Draymond because I didn't see this coming, and I didn't see the Warriors being number 1 in the West 15 games in. That's all I'm saying. And a large part is
I did not
maybe the Draymond cracking that long ball. And chill, by the way, you might not be closer to the end. I mean, they giving niggas new ACLs and knees and stuff. You never know.
I got some time left, but I'm closer to the other side than I am.
Chill, you never know.
I need every day. I need every year, every second I can get. Please, y'all.
I ain't giving back no time. When I have to have conversations,
what you did to that old man yesterday, we can.
When I have to have conversations about LeBron James being a better long ball shooter than Reggie Miller, like that's taking years off my life. I don't want to do that. I don't.
So I guess he just made 2,500 threes for nothing. Cool. I guess.
No, for something he did it for a reason, but not for us to talk about Reggie Miller. That's not the reason he did it.
And how many years Reggie played? Reggie played like 20 years too.
He played 18 years.
So it's like it can't even be a longevity thing. Reggie Miller had a short on 3-point line some years. LeBron ain't never have a short on 3-point line. No, hey, LeBron better, man. I don't know what to tell you. LeBron, hey, make those 123s, bro.
Let's make the volume.
Make those 123s, bro. Make those 120, and I'm gonna be right here for the conversation.
How many has Bron shot?
We'll revisit the conversation when the time.
No, let's do this. Let's do this because
we go end the show. We got 3 minutes.
No more. I can be moved. I'm not gonna just die here. Let's talk about it. How many has
we'll talk shot? About it when he passes Reggie.
We gotta revisit that in another
when
time.
He passes Reggie.
I just hope I'm not here that day. Please don't be here that day.
In the meantime, Jordan Major sent through a super chat. He said, "Here we go, y'all. Stephen Bundy just reported Miles McBridges has hyperextended his knee, and Bridges is dealing with some tightness, but still playing." Shaking my head.
So Miles McBride is hyperextended his knee, and Mikal Bridges is dealing with tightness. Is that what he's saying?
What?
Saying Miles McBridges?
I'm assuming saying Miles McBride because Miles McBride hasn't played. So Mikal Bridges dealing with some tightness. I mean, he want to play all 82. He gonna have to play through that tightness, but he needs to play some defense too. So
shout out Miles McBridges.
King
Rail said, "Y'all gonna get to know me, Mars. Where you at? Randall on one."
I mean, I said last week, or was it last week? I think Randall's been nice.
You ain't say it loud enough.
I think Randall been nice with the Timberwolves, and the game winner was tough. It's definitely not no push off. Josh Okogie should be embarrassed, 1,000%. But yeah, I think Randall offensively has been better than I would have expected. He's cut out a lot of the bad mid-range jumpers. He's playing closer to the rim. He's getting easier shots in terms of 5 feet in and all of those things. He's taken better threes. Now, the end of the clock ones, I'm not going to blame him for. Like, you got to shoot them. But overall, I think Randall's been cool. Defensively, I still haven't liked anything I've seen from Julius Randle. And offensively, I think the Timberwolves as a whole just aren't that good. But I'm not going to blame Julius Randle for that because I think Julius Randle's been their second best offensive player. It's Mike Conley, I think, is looking washed. Dante DiVincenzo before last night looking bad. Nikhil needs more
somebody
minutes.
that can help him.
Robert
I know somebody that'll shift that whole thing around.
Rob been getting minutes recently, and I think that says a lot about Mike Conley because Mike Conley has not been holding up his end of the bargain. Mike Conley has not been.
Well, I mean,
you need to tie it up.
Just a quick side note. James only shot almost 500 more threes than Reggie. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, so he's a more willing shooter. Interesting. Okay.
Just want to put that out there.
He's more willing. That's all I'm hearing.
500
Reggie Miller's scared to shoot. That's what I'm hearing. All right, good to know.
That's one thing Reggie was not.
How many threes they both made in the finals? Interesting. Okay, noticing. Interesting.
As you were saying, Ron.
I do want to point out Julius Randle, his 3-point percentage is down to 38 now, but that's an up.
You'll take 38% from.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yes, you will. 100% you'll take 38 from Julius Randle. I know. I
remember he was shooting like 50 or something like that. So
yeah, but we knew that one. We knew that one is sustainable.
I'll take 38 from anybody.
But also Anthony Edwards.
Steph starts shooting 38%.
You would not take 38 from Steph Curry. Hell no.
Well, not Steph. But he's in a conversation of his own. Not Steph.
Oh yeah, he by himself.
Anthony Edwards on the year on 11 attempts is at 42 right now. So we'll monitor Anthony Edwards' 3-point attempts and his percentage. But as of right now, he's still scorching them nets. So shout out Anthony Edwards. Football CF Candy said thoughts on the Nuggets Luka report. Also fire the whole Bulls front office.
Is that the same guy who sent the other super chat saying the same thing?
Another dude.
No.
Oh, okay. So 2 Bulls fans have just said the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian's serious about his Bulls.
And yeah, if the Bulls would have got, or if the Nuggets would have got Luka, it would just be scary hours in Denver. I like Buttons said, if the defense is real, I apologize, Sengun.
Buttons? What the hell are you reading, Ron?
I like Buttons.
Sengun been nice on defense. I had them in PC weekend. They were trash. Sengun has looked really nice on defense. Really, really nice. And he had a triple-double in 3 quarters last night. So shout out to Sengun. Vucevic defense.
Chicago so goddamn whack. Oh my god.
Who?
Hey, no, Sengun just like that. Sengun just like that.
Sengun just like so whack.
That's what we do. Everyone was efficient last night.
Get off of Zach LaVine and start over.
Stop just playing. It's because Lonzo not there. That's why. But he'll be back next year.
Pimp named Slickback said the Nets defense is bottom 5 without Claxton.
Sounds like impact to me.
Sounds like impact to me too.
King Rail said the number 1 high school guard, and it wasn't even close, bro.
He's talking about Shaden Sharp.
Oh, he was Canadian though.
There's no high school in Canada.
Yeah, but it just don't hit
the in Canada, or was he the number 1 in America?
He's from Canada. He went to high school in the US, I believe.
Did he? Well, I mean, Shaden been like that though, so
they got
Canada though. I believe he went to high school in Arizona, but I might be just making that up. But
he may have went to one of them prep schools.
Yeah, they got a couple down there.
Nico said, pausing the ad read is crazy.
Wrong gonna do wrong things.
I had to help y'all out. You know, I didn't want to turn y'all off.
Said pause. I can't believe it.
I didn't want to turn y'all off from some of the things they were offering y'all.
Focus, Ron. Just read the damn ad, Ron.
For sure.
Thank you.
Alan L said, keep Luka's name out your mouth, Lil Ox. Watch out.
Luka FC struggling. That's all I know. Luka FC going through it right now.
We got him shook. They shook up right now.
It's a bad time to be Luka FC. But when he go on that run where he's going crazy, they're going to be so loud.
It's right around the corner, too.
We back.
For real, when the Mavericks play? They play tonight? Oh, I know Luka's out right now.
When Luka go on his little run, Luka FC going to be unbearable.
So Dallas plays the Pelicans tomorrow.
It's undoubtedly
run to start tomorrow.
Like Luka's about to go crazy. He's definitely coming, but it's the facts still remain. Like
the victory lap for fun for now.
You want to be elite, play some defense like De'Aaron Fox. You want to be elite like DeAaron? You know what I'm saying? Play good basketball like DeAaron.
Shane the artist said Chris Dunn clears Fox. WTF you talking about, Chill?
No, Shane. No, he does not.
Cultured Bandit said bro's name was CU Bust Ron. Just got clipped. Bro's name was CU Bust.
See you bust.
Huh. Oh, the comment of the week guy.
See you bust.
That's your last comment of the week. Breezy said he's in year 8. This is just who he is, Chill.
Jason Tatum.
It's actually year 7? Yeah, year 8.
DeSarmo said James Harden had the Golden State Warriors, but Jokic gets the weakest run in the 21st century.
It's crazy, man. James Harden, if there was anyone but the Warriors, that's an NBA champion. The conversation's so different. So unfortunate.
Pimp named Slickback said, Ron, shout out Sham God too. He changed the game. He most certainly did.
With that,
all right, Chill. Later, fellas. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Why does Wemby always try to do that little ShamWow move? I'll be like, bro, stop.
Because it's tough. It's tough.
If you got it in your bag, you got to use it. What's the point having it in your bag and you don't use it?
Facts.
Mo said, thanks, Mars. Showing Harden love. L Ox and L Ron.
Yay.
Drink.
Read the super chat.
Yo, y'all gotta get a life, yo. Shout out to horses, man. Shout out to them horses. Shout out to them stallions. Shout out to the Denver Broncos. Shout out to Seabiscuit and all his cousins and wives and everything else, man. Pimp named Slickback said, we are free. Daniel Jones is gone. Finally. I got rid of Daniel Jones.
Nets fans, but New York guy. Okay. I don't know. I thought that was like, I don't know. Okay.
Void Century said, Gino. That's why Chill got up out of here. Also, get Bam and Hero some help.
Bam needs to be the help.
Get Eric
Miles Turner giving him 50. Like, what the hell? You need to.
Eric Spoelstra needs some new assistant coaches over there or something.
Yeah.
No, it's not the coaches. It's that old man down there. And I love Pat Riley. I've always, bro, relax, bro. I've always loved Pat Riley, and I always will love Pat Riley. He's a living legend. But it's about time for the old fella to go kicking on the beach, man.
L Unemployment said L Unemployment presents One Sweetie Pie versus Chilton. Nice. Maybe we can get that on a boxing card when PC finally does his boxing match. But I know one thing: 2 people need to sign their contracts.
Oh, okay.
Dookie Blaylocks said, "Can we finally admit D Mitch is the best 2 guard?"
I got Shaden Sharp.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
The best 2 guard is hurt right now, but Malik will be back.
I'm currently transitioning right now who is my best shooting guard. So D-Mitch does have an application in that race, but as of right now, I will know by December 15th.
But Ron, this is the thing. Nobody cares who you think the best shooting guard is. Did you know that?
You're right. Forget it. It's Malik Monk. You're right. Your Highness Charles said Dennis Schroeder to Minnesota.
I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, they already got their point guard of the future, but matter of fact, they got their point guard now. Put the ball in his hands and let him go.
When that boy weigh 115 pounds soaking wet.
That got to do with anything. All right, y'all. Tomorrow we will be back to discuss a lot of good things. So you just got to pull up to hear the good things that we're going to discuss. But I'll see you guys on Playback tonight. And in the meantime, y'all do what y'all do.
In the meantime, De'Aaron Fox clears Luka Doncic. And don't forget that.
Mars, in the meantime,
Merry Christmas. It's always Merry Christmas.
There you go.